Hey there guys, it's Metro, and we are back. Started a little early because I just saw this Wowhead post. Might as well get going. If you guys didn't see it. Ways to get new pets from the purchase of the something or other. I don't even know what this is from, to be honest. Something to do with the Collector's Edition. Or the Epic Edition. So you must summon Squally. Alright, let's do it. Go do that first, then we'll get some keys done. Summoning them. Oh, he's got a quest. Hey, Matthias. And Brightside was here earlier. What's up, my friend? Squally chirps despondently. Perhaps someone knows what's upsetting her. Find a way to cheer up Squally by finding these 3 other battle pets. Poachy's back. I was watching an older video of yours and was confused why I heard 2 of you. Oh, yeah, just now. That's funny. Brightside says, what's my man? Up. What's up, my man? Oh, not much, man. Just gonna go quickly get this quest. It seems cool. What is this? I guess it's a thing to give you a couple free pets when you have bought the Collector's Edition or whatever, the Epic Edition. And they're all over the place. So this one, the first one is in Storm Shroud Peak in Thaldraszus. Storm Shroud Peak. Where is that? Guess I need to look these things up. Oh wait, no, I still have to do something first. Will you miss Dragonflight? Oh god, yeah. This is the best expansion they've ever done for sure. The zones are fucking spectacular. But the good thing is I'm going to spend a lot of time here because there's a lot of replayability for leveling characters here. The leveling challenges are now all pretty much going to go through Dragonflight, which is kind of crazy. You can level from 10 all the way up, and all the max level content can be done while leveling now, which is really, really cool. So I'm going to start on that. Hopefully next week, I want to get that second channel back going. It's been a bit of a break there. I might do one more episode of Mop Remix now that they nerfed their raids. I might give that one more try. Last episode I tried. I couldn't solo the heroic raid. Anyway, so this is in, they nerfed the raids. That's what, yeah, that's what I just said, yeah. Dragonflight will still be crazy good for gold too, I think. Oh, really? Yeah, maybe. I'm going to be getting my Black Dragon Scale soon so I can run them on my warrior. Black Dragon Scale soon? What is that? Transmog? Hey Metro, Christopher, what's up, my friend? Welcome. I actually don't know. I can't find any info on where this is. But we'll hang on to it. We'll do it, I guess, while we look for keys. Is there any? Yes. Oh, there is a 17. We have this one already. For the Highland Drake color. Oh, okay. Wait, like this? Yeah, I think I have that right. That's from yeah, but you're talking about the one from the Rathion rep or whatever? Sibelion. I got that a while back. Is there one in... Oh wait, I still have to... Yeah, you have to speak with Curden Wildhammer. Oh, he was back there. How did you pick up that quest? You have to, like, have the pet out. Summon the pet, which I guess it comes with the Epic Edition or something. I don't even know. Just saw the Wowhead article. I figured I'd do it, but I'm an idiot and I can't figure out where things are in this game, so I just stopped. I'll do it eventually. But for now, it's keys. Goalie man gay. Okay, doesn't like soccer, I guess. Have you ever heard of Star Citizen? It's like a buggy Sea of Thieves in space. I have, actually, because a guy that I used to be a collaborator with and good friends with, Mione, he's actually a big influencer for Final Fantasy now. He was like fucking going nuts about that game when it was in like pre-alpha, like it wasn't even out yet. He had like, I'm pretty sure he was like a Kickstarter. What do they call that? Like he was like an early adopter kind of thing. He was in there before it was even playable. Way back. I was like during MOP. Why do you bring Star Citizen up though? Any thoughts on Brewmasters or tanking in general going into the War Within? Oh, I have like 8 videos on tanking going into the War Within now, but Brewmaster, no thoughts on. A backer. I spent too much money on that game. Oh, really? Was it like you had to pay or something? I don't even know how it works. I just remember him talking about it constantly. Is it actually good now that it's out?
Ride the winds of Onara's fury to reach them quickly.
I was thinking about how the community in that game is losing their mind and how cargo is changing, and it's a good change, but the community wants this magic inventory that has been placeholder for a long time. It makes me think of the time. I like the music in this dungeon. Oh, me too. Oh, me too. The music in Dragonflight is just fucking stellar, dude. And I don't know, this loading screen from the War Within we have now, is the music in that is like, every time I log on, I'm like, should I just log on the beta instead? Like, it's getting me hyped, bro. So I'm ready. Like, I can't wait to see what the music sounds like in this expansion. I think it's gonna be nuts. I'm excited. Anyway, for a long time, it makes me think of the time that the WoW community forced the devs to make poor decisions. Oh, yeah. Well, the biggest one is Titan Forging. I bring this up all the time, but I want the change to go through, but the devs are getting so much pushback that it's going to have this lame magic inventory system breaking immersion. Oh, right, yeah. See, that's the problem with games anymore. I guess it's not just WoW. For some reason, like, everybody gets this thing in their head, and then they, like, riot. Like, it's like... they won't shut up about it until it happens. It's really unfortunate. I can't even imagine like trying to be a company that makes a video game in 2025, man. It's gonna be scary. I said this years ago, but like the best thing they could do is just shut down the official forums. There's no need for these people to be able to give this feedback because it like creates this like entitlement then. Like, well, I said this and you didn't do what I wanted. When the fuck are you doing it? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you can have an opinion on the game. Great. That's fine. Everybody has theirs. But if you expect your opinion to then become action just because you suggested it, and if they don't do what you're asking them to do, you call them lazy or not listening or out of touch, you have something wrong with you. Like, you have something wrong in your head. Very parasocial. I never really understand what that phrase means, but I guess I agree because it sounds right. The dungeon's music gives it its own unique feel. It feels really badass. I wish the skybox was a little different. It's too dark, but I like the dungeon overall theme-wise. Og, are you there? He's offline. He's not there, no. But yeah, you should, like, there's common question. I don't know what I'm saying right now. There's constantly comments on my video, and I see in like forums and stuff where people are saying like, there's 17,000 posts and no response on the feedback thread. It's like, what do you want them to say? We disagree with you? Like, what? Like, I don't really get it. Like, the game's out now, bro. Like, they're not gonna change the class just because you left a comment on a thread. But it really convinces these people into thinking that, like, oh, I'm a game developer now. My thoughts are gonna matter. Parasocial would be like if I thought you were my IRL friend and it would confuse or anger me when you showed that you weren't. Oh, really? It just means you have a one-sided relationship with somebody you see all the time, but they only see your username and that you've given them money. They behave as if they own the decisions. Okay. Well, yeah, if anybody's interested in entering into a parasocial relationship where you give me money, if that's what I'm not sure that's what I'm taking from it, but if that is what I'm taking from it, I'm currently looking for a parasocial relationship. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I don't know. Weird shit going on anymore. Drink some stinky bright potion. Yeah, I don't actually have any. Cops got the stock of them. Imagine being a big streamer with thousands of those. I could imagine, yeah. This is why I don't really ever want to get big, like crazy big. If I ever got to a point where there was like thousands of viewers every day, I would probably just put on like members only and make like, I don't even know. I don't know how I would handle it, because it's like even regular, like when the stream gets like a couple extra viewers than normal, it's the people who come in, it's just like, I don't want to talk to you, man. Like, you're weird. Like, just go away. You can watch, but just don't talk. I can't imagine it. A lot of weirdos on the internet. All right. Anyway, oh, bright side. $20. That was very nice of you, man. I really do appreciate it. Chill content. Panda ate bamboo. Thank you, man. What is it that your picture is? You changed your picture again from the band. I can't tell what that is. Is that also the band still? Are the tank nerfs still not live? Oh no, they're not. They're not just gonna like get hotfixed in the middle of the week now. That would require a patch. So if you download a patch, then maybe. But Metro, the Starmie hacks are wild in your game. Oh, you've been watching it? They're powerful. Yeah, that's my favorite Pokemon in my game for sure. My pleasure. There's your parasocial interaction with me for the day. I really enjoyed it. Yep. If you're interested in taking our parasocial relationship to the next level, there's also the membership button in the Patreon link. No, I'm just joking around. Anyway, yeah, thanks a lot, man. That's very generous of you. $20. I don't know why it's not playing. It should play. It just doesn't seem to be very responsive anymore. It takes really long. So it's a Windwalker, huh? Interesting. There it is.
Witness me.
That's all it said. I thought it was going to be more aggressive than that. Witness me. I will. Well, I'm considering buying your Charizard. Oh, really? You're going to ask for an autograph. Okay. Yeah, sure thing. I got a lot of stuff listed now. I just found some Evolving Skies boxes at Target, so I got those listed this morning. I don't know if like the world of selling actual packs is very different than the world of selling individual cards though. But I don't really want to open those packs. They seem like there's very low chance of them being good, but I think a lot of people are just trying to buy them because of how, like, if you get the hit, it's wild. If you got like the BIS hit and you graded it at a 10, you'd be looking at thousands of dollars from one pack, so. Probably the most profitable pack, like the hits are the most profitable of any pack since the early days, I bet. But I haven't really followed it until recently. Alright, anyway, it looks like we're doing a key. The tank nerfs are live, I believe. No. Okay. No, we made a whole video on it a couple days ago, so check that out if you guys are still thinking about that. Tank nerfs are absolutely not live, and that is why tanks are God mode right now.
The
proto-dragon Granith was nearly in our grasp when Valakar's warriors ambushed us. We must retake our weapons of war and drive them away. When Granith's blood soaks the ground, our purposes can align. Beware.
This pack has become more dangerous, it seems. I don't know. You get to get through it without a ton of deaths. Metro Marius, somebody welcome. How's it going? It's going good for me. How about you? Oh, all that work I did to gather them is now gone. Really just like snowballs, like once one person dies, it just really gets out of control really quick on this pack. I've been finding it hard to keep threat when tanking. Oh, really? Yeah, I guess I kind of have been too, to be honest, but... Alright, I guess we're done. Cool. I'll buy it right now for 200. I'll just put it on my desk stand. If you want to do that, you can send me an individual link. What is it listed for? Is it 225 right now? Is that what you're trying to haggle? Anyway, that was a waste of time. My buddies think I'm strange for eating a bacon sandwich with ketchup. What do you think? You're all, yeah, definitely strange. Yeah, 225. Yeah, I'd probably just stick with the eBay situation, but it's a good way to support me, I guess, and also potentially get something back for it. Does the $20 donation apply towards that sale? Nope. But yeah, it's like an interesting, I guess it's an interesting way to support the channel now that I have so much stuff on eBay. I mean, yeah, interesting thought there. I didn't even think about that. Anyway, let's disband out of the gate here. Let's get down the sheet. So it's not good. 17. I don't know. Is that pack just like not? I don't know. Do people not do that in higher keys? Sounded like that was gonna be something everybody did, but it didn't seem like anybody can survive it. Oh, maybe I'm missing something. Could be missing something. Expand key. Get that over here. Second sheet. Crazy how people give up so quick, man. We did that key the other day and we had 10 minutes when we pulled the last boss. And we also had many deaths to the first pack. Did that on 16, but I can't imagine 17's that much different. What the hell is this comment? Don't be him, the depleter. Be yourself, the Keystone Master. We gotta sign up for that group. I had 16 BRH with 24 deaths. Yeah, the keys are like 2 full levels easier right now, so to be leaving a key on the first pack, you really just should stop playing. Just go do something else. You 2-chested it with 24 deaths? That's crazy. I watched some chick last night. She's been playing Blood DK. I got randomly recommended her stream. And she was healing last night, but they did I think it was an 11 ruby life pools, and it was 36 deaths, and they upgraded it. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was honestly thinking about seeing if I could do a review on her key. But it's probably not even abnormal, like, I don't know. Yeah, 36 deaths. And they upgraded it. Pretty something. That's something else. Just sign up, I guess. Oh, no, you know what we should do? We should go do these quests that we have. Anyway, where is this thing at? Down here? Gonna go see Curden Wildhammer, apparently. That's him. Get over here, you blasted birdie. Tell Curden about Squally's despondent mood. Curden squats down to examine Squally. Aye then, what's the problem, little lass? Warbles something of explanation. Lonely. The poor thing misses her family. I just need to find her brothers and sisters.
The Council of Three Hammers requires
this beauty is no ordinary griffin. It's got the storm within it. It's been trying all day to calm down. It reminds me of an old Wildhammer myth. Stormbrooks, they were called, only able to be bonded by dragon riders of great renown. If we can show you got the spirit of the storm, maybe it'll open up to you. Try proving yourself in battle. Collect. Oh, what the hell is this? Wait, what? Is this the same quest? It's a different quest? What is this for? This is for something else. That's for Transmog? 36 deaths, and you can't even find groups to kill the first packs. That's what I'm saying. Anybody who leaves the key on the first pack like that, they just, you know, like, we don't need to get in a fight about it. Just stop playing. It's all good. You're not enjoying the game. You're not here to succeed. You're here to just whatever the fuck it is you're here. I don't know what you're here for. No worries. Just stop. You're wasting everybody's time. It's just like clear as day to me. Like, I don't know. Why would you join a key and then leave on the first pack when they're so fucking easy right now? Yeah, BRH is definitely rough this week. Blackrock Hold. Brackenite Hollow is definitely rough this week. Hey, Tom's here as well. BRH is Blackrock Hold. Yeah. Despite all the negative outlook towards the tank changes, I'm excited to try Mythic Plus once I'm done leveling. I'm kind of new to the game, but Mythic Plus sounds fun. Well, those tank changes haven't happened yet, so now's the time. I'm going to make a video. Hopefully I have time to make all these videos before I leave on Sunday. I got some videos to make this weekend, and I want to make a video on a clip and some things about Mythic Plus. I'm fully content with not playing until there is something to do. I don't mean the pre-patch event. Right, that's what, like, yeah, just chill out, just take a break. Just hearing this, seems like I've missed one hell of a disband. Hey Metro, good to find the time to watch again. Hashtem, what's up, buddy? Glad to see you back. Not really. No, it's pretty normal. It's just like the same bullshit that we had all expansion, but now at this point in the season, it's like, I mean, why are you doing it? Why are you doing keys in the pre-patch if you're gonna leave after 2 minutes of combat, no matter what happens? Like, what's, like, yeah, can anybody, like, has anybody done that? And you can give me some of your insight? I'd love to know. What's your incentive to sign up to a 17 and leave on the first pack of the dungeon? Like, we waited almost probably 15 minutes for that group to form. Maybe 20 minutes for that group to form. And we didn't even get, like, 10% of that back from the actual content. Not their key, not their problem. Well, that's not an incentive. That's what I'm saying. Like that, but why do it at all is my question. Like, I could see why they would leave, period. Like, that's not surprising to me at this point, but to leave in that manner when we know how easy keys are right now, it's like, why did you even sign up? Could easily still upgrade that key. Like, that that's not even, like, we're not even close to a point where that's a concern yet.
Run away, little girl. Run away, little girl.
Beware.
Isn't Prepatch the most serious time of every expansion? No. It's going better than last time we did it. Hideous Cackle, and it's cast off. Cool. Break the fear. Here comes all the extra shit.
Beware. Beware.
Double fucking afflicted. All right, here we go again. Now this one's way worse than the last one because we didn't even wipe here. This is worse. Way worse than the last one. Two in a row. Game never ceases to amuse you. My time is too valuable to waste on this group. That's what I'm saying. Like, why'd you sign up then? I wish it was easier to message these people. How do you do it? Of course, you're not allowed to whisper them. Thanks for doing a rerun. Yeah, there you go, yeah. What's going on? Yeah, the same bullshit every time. We didn't even wipe that time. Like, no, there wasn't even a problem. The first, the knockhood, that was pretty bad. Everybody died like 3 times. And it's a long flyback. That one is like, I've already upgraded this key twice this week with that same shit going on in the pull. And both times have been comfortable, like multiple minutes to spare. Alright, anyway, Shaman, Rat, Warrior, and Dirt. The healer just tunneled and didn't realize he was focused by that one pack and just got one shot, and then it went downhill from there. Yep. Yep. I guess, though, to be fair, like, at this point, I should just stop pulling big on the first pull. Stats are telling me that I'm wrong. Oh, look who it is. Sign up to that guy's key. I didn't update add-ons this morning. I need to do that quick. Just in case. Angry Keystones is up again. Could have used this knockback, but didn't. Oh, I died. I guess I'm not getting carried this run. Off to the next. Hopefully they can carry me instead. That's what it, hey. Feel free to tell me how I'm wrong. Like, that's what it reads to me. I'm not actually here to try to get better at the game or the... Oh, he invited me. I'm not going to say anything. Let's see if he behaves the same way he did yesterday. This is the guy who was like, well, to be fair, he wasn't being very aggressive, but he was saying that I was making a mistake by not moving the boss on the last boss of Azure Vault. But he didn't understand that the orbs were spawning at the exact same times of as the crystals. And that was the group where we had everybody below me on the actual crystals. So we'll see how this goes. Is that the no DPS Death Knight? I think his overall was solid. It wasn't anything crazy, but yeah, it's the guy who got uppity. He got mad at me yesterday, and then I guess he didn't block me, so that's good. Crafting gear sucks. Chesting drops 6 tiers lower below raid. Vault still gives 1 of 6 mythic track. What are you on about?
It is a bright day with exceptionally favorable winds. A perfect day for a race.
He definitely stopped pumping on the arcane crystals. Hey, WoW enjoyer, welcome back. How you been? The war within gearing changes. I'm confused. Why are we talking about that? Crafting is 10 item levels below, and that's like the max it can be. So they like nerfed every so how do you get the best gear now? I guess I know. Hold on, let me reread that comment. You can't even get from the vault anymore? Is that what you're saying? Let me reread the comment. Hold on, let me just finish this stupid race. If I look away, I'll fail the race, so just give me a second. So yeah, I already almost messed it up. It's a long one. You get 1 piece a week of mythic track gear. And to be fair, that's how it worked for a very long time.
Nicely done. You and your Drake are exceptional.
So he says, crafting gear sucks. Chesting drops 6 tiers below raid. Vault still gives 1 of... Okay. Yeah, so like everything's the exact same other than crafting gear is now way worse. And you never know. That's probably bound to change. What key is this even? This is not good again. I'm not subbed at the moment. Are the tank changes in the pre-patch? No, I have a whole video on that that published on Tuesday night. Check it out if you want to hear what's going on there. He's talking about the mythic drops from Vault will be lower than the drops in Mythic Raid, and the crafted gear will be 10 levels lower. That's strange. You know, why do they do that? Is there any indication of why they did that? Everything is the same as it is now. Only the 1 mythic track item you get per week can get higher, so... But is he right that the crafting gear is much worse than the past? I understand using beta for pre-expansion changes, but it would be kind of nice if Blizzard just straight push that stuff after a day or 2 in beta to pre-patch. I don't think that's how it works. It's never how they've done it, so it's 10 lower where it's 6 at the moment. Okay, so it is a nerf. Yeah, technically hero gear is worse than Dragonflight because hero is now lower max item level compared to 6 of 6 mythic rating, so relative power of hero gear is down. Oh yeah, either way, I just get the gear I can get and do the best I can. That's the way I look at it. I think getting shafted is too harsh a review. Yeah, crafted gear will be stepping stones if they aren't equipped with powerful embellishments. Yeah, that'll be a weird thing to have the gear being... Because, like, I don't know, the crafted gear is not... My crafted gear is 525, whereas I can get 528, so... Mine's only 3 down. Are we talking about, like, rare items again as being the max? Like, items that you're not going to have in every slot no matter what? What's the maximum item level from a piece that you get from the vault is the question I have, I guess. Because mine currently is 528, whereas my crafted gear is 525. Look up the embellishments. They are not good. Oh, yeah. Crafting gear is lower comparatively, but you need more crests to max the gear you get from the top vault, and people are losing their minds.
Good.
It is shafted. With these changes, your crafting gear will always be low-budget stat pieces.
Onara's rage. When the winds are still.
Just trying to figure out like the actual numbers behind it at this point. I'm just confused. Getting casual delves and warbands, but to keep up with eye levels, I got a mythic raid now. No, that's a goal that you're setting for yourself. So obviously, if you are setting that goal for yourself, you'll have to do everything in your power to do it. But Blizzard doesn't really require you to have the maximum item level possible in the game to be competitive. That's just something that you've set up for yourself. There's many ways to succeed in this game, and they don't all require you to be the best geared you possibly can be. $6.39 is best from raid. $5.29 is crafted. But my question was from the vault. What's the highest item level? Like once you max out a piece from the vault, what's it gonna be? Because it sounds to me like we're talking about this situation where there's only like a few items in the game at this power, but we're comparing it to the generic item that everybody's gonna have. Double the crest to max out your character. And that's gonna be a big problem with how difficult keys are looking and how unlikely they are to finish. $6.39 is it? Okay, I got it. I was just confused because you said it's 6 at the moment, but it's not 6 for me, so I'm confused what I'm missing. Did the change to Bloodstrike go live, or is still part of the nerfs that are yet to be implemented? You mean Bloodstrike? No, that's not live yet. It's kind of like Titan Forging. You can work towards. Oh yeah. Well, that's why I like the upgrade system. But the problem is you can't really work towards it because nobody finishes keys. You basically have to like farm keys that are the easiest possible just to be able to actually work towards it. To get 6 of 8 now, it's double the Mythic Plus runs on top of getting lower relative end of run item level. Yeah, but the end of run item level is not really something anybody cares about. That's just for the first few weeks usually. Blood DK feels real good in the pre-patch. Messed around with it in beta as well. Well, yeah, they're a lot worse in the beta than they are in the pre-patch, obviously, but they are very good. I like them. They are just extending the farm to keep people engaged, IMO. Yeah, sure. I mean, I do think gearing was a little bit too quick. If you're wait, are you comparing it to right now? Because gearing is like really, really quick right now. Or are you comparing it to Season 1 of Dragonflight? I don't even remember how it worked in Season 1 of Dragonflight, so I doubt anyone's doing that. Titles, Dratnos, and Eisen put out videos on the Mythic Plus gear nerfs. Got it. I'm sure they did. Those guys are starving. It's 100% to slow down gearing. They don't want people BIS after 2 weeks. And yeah, and that's very understandable in the first season of an expansion, right? Especially when, like, we know how... And so this makes more sense about why they're testing Mythic Plus at the item level they're testing it at then. Any updated thoughts on that now then? Is this like new news or something? But regardless, yeah, maybe now it's making it, you're making different opinions because of the testing now too. Like, that's a number that you're probably going to be at for a long portion of it. It came out over this weekend. Oh, okay. Pork Jenkins, what's up, buddy? I've been running my Blood DK and the pre-patch and some keys. I've been missing out. Tons of fun. Oh yeah, Blood's the most fun tank in my opinion. If you prioritize fun and gameplay first, I think everybody loves Blood. I get they're kind of squishy and they're kind of difficult to play at times, but they're always fun no matter what. That squishiness is what makes them fun, to be fair, because you're on the seat, you're at the edge of the seat, you know, no matter what. I have to admit my engagement does go down a lot as soon as I'm above 3K rating with BIS gear. Yep. Right, that's why I like Titan Forging. We just talked about this before, but since it got brought up again. That's why I like Titan Forging. Because no matter what, you can get gear at the end of a season. So obviously this is not that same system, but you know, I'm alright with that. Any system where I can actually continue to play my main and get some value from it, I'm good with that. The problem right now is that nobody finishes keys. Like if you look at the BFA completion rate compared to the Dragonflight completion rate, it's like probably a quarter of it. Gathering packs is anxiety inducing at times, but I'm getting better about using CDs and getting rune power running into the pack. It's a dance at times, yeah. You got to be able to prioritize your own health, but make sure you're gathering them efficiently. I respect your views, but I'm still confused with all these casual the war within features, but then increasing the rate and Mythic Plus gap even at equal difficulty levels. Well, that's probably why they're doing it, right? To make sure that the delves can give gear that's like valuable without... Like, I don't know anything about the changes, but I don't know why you'd be confused by it. They added a whole new gearing system to the game, so obviously they have to protect that system.
The battle has turned. The weapons are ours.
And yeah, what was it? Equal difficulty levels comment? What was that about? Hey Metro, are we still having Fortified and Tyrannical at the same time? In the beta? Yeah. Not in the pre-patch, obviously, but... that will be a feature when the game comes out. Seemingly. My pet peeve is Mythic Plus opening almost a month after early access. Okay, it's not a month, it's 3 resets, but yes. I agree, they should open it the first week, but honestly, it's fine because of how zeros are going to work and stuff. Like, there's going to be plenty to do that first week. It's just unfortunate. This change doesn't make gearing harder, it just makes it slower and takes gearing away from Mythic Plus and shifts it to raid. Think about whether you like that, not whether you like gearing to be hard. I mean, if you don't Mythic raid at all, it doesn't make that change happen at all. That's what I'm saying. I think too many people are way too focused on getting the best gear they possibly can as quick as humanly possible instead of just doing the content they enjoy and getting gear from it. Which is the way I'm playing the game, so I don't really care if it makes it harder or anything like that, really. I won't be doing Mythic raid no matter what. Slower and not harder is the goal, probably. Yeah, I would imagine so, honestly. Else. The highest vault reward is 623 to be upgraded to 632. Legendary items are 639. See, now that sounds more like it to me. That sounds more like it to me. But again, I don't know where all this came from in the first place. So. I swear Blizzard is putting too much emphasis on delves. It's going to be a thing people do once or twice, then drop it. Oh, well, that they're trying to not be that it. They're trying to not make that the case, right? They fucked up with Torghast because they tried to do that same thing with Torghast, and the reason, like, the way they did it was they made it give gear that everybody needed, basically, the legendaries, you know? And people didn't like that. So now they're trying to do something different by trying to give you a reason to do it, but not, like, kind of force people into doing it, you know? So, at the same time, it makes it weird to start pushing without max gear. You can feel I'll be stronger next week, so I'll wait. Nah, nobody's going to really wait. I mean, if you're going to wait to try to get progression, then you're probably just not target of the changes anyway, right? Getting progression early is what, like, 99% of the people who do progression content care about. Like, there's a reason it's called the race to world first and not, I'll wait till next week. You know what I mean? It gives vault, so people will do those more than once, and it gives hero track. Yep. Then again, the easier bosses aren't infinitely farmable, while Mythic Plus is. The raid bosses, you mean? You'll only be able to get so much loot a week, but you'll still get way more loot from Mythic Raid than you would from Mythic Plus, unless you're only killing like one boss a week. I personally love Torghast. The powers made everything silly. I love Torghast. It's my favorite non-like progression feature they've ever added to the game, but the only thing that really held it back was the setting. I really don't like the setting of it. I hope all these tank survivability balancing is not just for delve design. No, they didn't even mention delves when they brought that slew of changes out.
Has used Onara's song to conjure an avatar of the storm. Blasphemy. The storm must be quieted and the elemental within it defeated before Clan O'Neill can join the Kanamatra. Their primalist allies have placed totems that protect this raging tempest. Find them and destroy them.
Why would I do a delve when I can do a Mythic Plus and get rating and gear? Because it's fun. Achievements. Lots of other reasons, I'm sure. Kind of just need the first one, though, I feel like.
Truly a blasphemy, sire. Continue your work.
Wait, am I seeing this right? Hero track goes only to 626 and Mythic to... I don't know, yeah, I have no idea. Is there like a Wowhead post that everybody's reacting to? Okay, cool. Well, that guy lived up to his expectation. Ironically, I was thinking... I think it was because of the MDI having teams running 4 DPS and 1 tank, but the funny part is it wasn't the tank that made that possible. Yeah, people did that in the MDI. Not all content is aimed at every player, yep. I think a vault with 3 max level slots is similar to someone clearing 2 to 3 mythic bosses every week, yeah. What happened? I guess now. He definitely typed before the key. Did I do like a reload or something? Rip key, yep. Left again. Who would have thought? Yep. Well, last time he didn't leave. He was just causing all kinds of stupid problems. As we said, it's a predictable pattern. Do you use the I Remember You add-on? Nope. Yeah, there's a Wowhead post. Alright, let's take a look at it. Druid, EK, Paladin, Hunter. Hunter died in every pack, so I don't blame people. I blame people. This is a good dungeon for Blood DK? Yeah, Blood DK really does well in that dungeon, I agree. Especially on that last boss. I would like to see the first piece of gear from a timed key drop 1 of 6 mythic. What, like the first piece ever, or the first piece of the week, or what are we saying here? That's probably not gonna happen. I would just like to see how Mop Remix works. Like, does anybody disagree with this? Why is gear not fully upgradable? If there's a limitation to the amount of currency you can get in the game, why can gear not go up from 0 to 100? I don't know why that can't be the case. I don't see any new posts. Where is this? Is this? Still haven't done this yet. Alright, anyway, let's look for more. So what do we still need on 16? We still need Algathar, apparently. Nockhood as well. Oh, I thought we had Nockhood already. And AV and Olderman, okay. I agree, just make aspect crests only for 10s or mythic raid, and that solves the issue, IMO. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I just don't, like, one way or the other, I don't see why there's, like, a track that it can only go up to. Doesn't make any sense to me. If we're saying that, like, gear is meant to be, like, Titan Forging, you know, people, like, I think people should like this, right? Like, I don't know why anybody would not like this. If you do not want, like, a long-term gear target, then you just don't really like WoW, I think. But regardless, if we want it to be like that, the best way to make it be like that is to just make gear go infinitely high. But I don't think they would do that. So just, you know, the same way that Titan Forging worked, it can be like 15 levels higher than anything that drops in the game. And everything can be upgradable with some currency. Just like bronze. Like, they did it in Mop Remix. It works perfectly. It's even like astronomically high in Mop Remix. So even somebody like me who did play a lot, but not like crazy, I still don't have all my gear upgraded, you know? Like it can work very well. I don't know why they don't do it. So like make it so only normal and heroic drop gear, and then Mythic Plus and Mythic and Mythic Plus drop currency to upgrade it. No, basically just like it works now. Only the gear doesn't have these track limitations on it. That's the only difference I would want to see. Like, we're talking about this gear that drops from delves being useless because you can't ever get it to be the highest gear possible, so people don't want it. I don't see why that has to be the way it is. That was the Valor upgrade system with the one before this crest system. Yeah, I guess there's been so many systems I can't even remember them all, but I don't know. Was it? Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, you're right. You can get gear from a 2 and upgrade it all the way, but it would cost like an enormous amount of currency, right? But it did work. I've never even been up here. Thundo. Oh. Okay, this is where we can do the other quest too, I guess. We'll do that real quick. 3 already. I don't know if that's first pack magic. I think Blizzard just doesn't want people doing key levels up to the mid-30s if gear and stat weights just get higher and higher. Yeah, maybe they have some kind of like target in their head where they want people to stop, but I don't really know if that has anything to do with these changes. I think it's mostly just like a like again, this is all because Blizzard doesn't. It's all because of data mining. Like if Blizzard released a post explaining to you why they were making these changes, we wouldn't have this weird conversation happening right now. But because everybody's just assuming based on what they think is happening, and then influencers are like running with it, like breaking news, Blizzard mythic rating is the only way to get gear now. You know what I mean? It's like it just makes these impossible conversations happen. I shared the Google Doc in your Discord, sweet. Mythic Raiders will be able to do 30s with BIS. Who cares? I mean, that's my biggest question. Is like, why are you worried about that? Are you like a top world player that you're trying to compete with them, and you? I don't know. I don't give a fuck who else is doing what. Couldn't care less, honestly. This does read like that, so yeah, I wish they'd clarify. Right. That was the official Blizzard post that shared the new Mythic track system and how item level will work. Oh, did you try to link it or something like that? I think Blizzard, okay with that. Really nice if you were super unlucky with a certain drop, so you could just fully upgrade that piece. That's what I'm saying, yeah. That's why Titan Forging was so good. Because you'd be able to do that. You'd be able to get a good piece, like even on like a normal dungeon, and then use it for the rest of the expansion if you got lucky with it. I'm just answering the point above that Blizzard wouldn't want Mythic Plus players doing 30s. Oh yeah. I'm just saying that one is not based on data mining. There's official communication, but I don't have it. Where is it? Like there's no posts, so I don't know where you guys are saying this. The last posts are not seemingly related to this at all, so. Metro, these keys are a joke. I agree. People keep leaving on the first pack. Seems like you either mythic raid or get very lucky each week in the vault, or you cease to be able to progress your character. Yeah, and that's how Mythic Plus always worked, really. The vault was the only way you'd ever really get good gear. What do I do with that? But they're not explaining the change, right? It's just them telling people about it. That's not what I said. It's obvious that people want an explanation of the change, right? Or, I don't know. The only thing I could think of is that you don't have the same gear / BIS the whole first season, just at low item level until you can upgrade it. Wouldn't that be the place to explain it if there was a good reason? And they didn't. That's right? I'm not sure what we're talking about here. Like, do you understand what I'm saying here? I'm saying that like everybody's assuming something is happening and Blizzard didn't tell you it's happening. And if Blizzard just told you what was happening, the assumptions wouldn't exist. And this like weird speculative conversation we're having right now wouldn't exist. I'd like to see Mythic Plus as an endgame mode like raiding or arena with its own BIS. It absolutely is. What happened there? He invited people and then they just instantly left or something? Where is this one? Up here. It's on top of the mountain, probably. So have people done this gearing cycle firsthand? No, of course not. Can't even, I don't even think you can get a vault on the beta right now. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's basically just, you know, some info came out, whether, however, it got to them. And, what is this? Info came out, however, it got to them, and then, you know, the whole influencer circle jerk shit that goes on in this game has now transpired. And the assumptions are abound. Final one's over there. I'm catching up to you again. 3260 as of last night. Nice. What part of it is speculation, though? That Blizzard intends the only way to get gear be from Mythic Raid? Or that, like, all this other shit that's been said, like Blizzard's intentionally trying to stop people from doing 30s. People are, Blizzard's intentionally trying to slow down the gearing progression because they felt like it was too fast. Like, all the actual explanation of it, like, would normally come if there was a blue post specifically about the topic. Like, go look at the tank changes, right? Like, if they just made the tank changes and made a post saying they were changing things, do you understand how that would be wildly different from what they actually did, where they tried to explain why they were doing those things? Now, you know, they gave shitty answers and reasons, but at least they did do it. The answer is yes, the Herbalist mount does gather while mounted. Oh, wow, that's cool. Yeah, that's probably not even going to be a feature of next expansion. That's why they changed that. Just like off tanks shouldn't be stacking blood shield so high. Yeah. Hey, MK Ultra, what's up, my friend? Still the best reason for a change. Yeah, not great reasons, but at least they gave them, you know. You could then extrapolate your opinions off their reasoning, whereas now we're just making all these weird assumptions and like leaps of logic to say these things, and who knows if that's actually what's even intended. It's possible that there's more to it than people realize as well. What's this? Beyond the mountain. Your feeble was too strong. Hey, Alex, what's up? You're welcome. A bunch of like pets and shit around or something. Okay, well, we finished that. What else should we do now? We can go finish this on Transmog. I don't even know what this is. It like changes the Transmog that I got from the mount or from the collector's edition. Where's a good place to kill dragons? That place we were at before, I guess. That's a dragon? Is it? Fired up Blood DK first time since the pre-patch. Tried out Bone Storm but dropped it because didn't feel like it was helping much. Really? You didn't feel like 40 or 50 seconds off dancing rune weapon, every other dancing rune weapon usage was helping? You basically use it on CD. I kind of do, but that's not how you should use it, I'd imagine. You basically only want to use it when you know it's gonna snap off 50 full seconds. It's hard to use. Like, you can't just like muscle memory it. You have to pay attention at every given moment. Because of the differences in CDs, like, they're never gonna line up the same way unless they're both available, basically. Like, the start of every dungeon, you'd use it just the second you can, and then after that, you then need to be conscious about using it. Quick question, as a tank, do you enjoy having an elemental shaman in your group? Yeah, absolutely. Ellie's really nice right now, too, because they have the mastery buff. But Ellie's been historically very good because they have the knockdown on Earthquake and also things like Rock Ellie. Like, in the past, they had a better Rock Ellie. I don't know if they still do. They had, like, an empowered Rock Ellie that was, like, really powerful compared to the regular one. Yeah, any shaman's gonna be a good pick in my eyes. Enhanced, maybe also right now. Okay, I guess we're not doing it. Ellie is very good on beta too. Oh yeah. Hey Bird, what's up? Welcome. Okay. It's one of those 6 specs that could be the 3rd DPS with Og and Mage.
threat against these lands is a threat against our queen.
Dragons, here it goes.
Remove them and restore the order.
Good content, keep rocking. Elias, thanks my friend. What you up to? Anything good this weekend? Went to the baseball game last night. Update you guys. Got my fried Oreos. The prices online did not match the reality though. It was only 5 for 3, not 4. It said 4 online. They only gave me 3. So I bought 2. So it was like $11 for 6 Oreos. But honestly, I'm glad I scratched that itch because that's it. I don't really. I think the ones I had at the shore were just fucking amazing. Like they were better, way better than the ones I had last night. Also burned the fuck out of the roof of my mouth with them. We had that like press box, so I bought them downstairs on the concourse and then walked all the way back up to the press box, and they still were like molten lava hot. Oreo shrinkflation, yeah, for real. But they were solid. I enjoy them. Yeah, that's. Since it's something that you probably only ever have at a carnival, it's not like a dessert that I really care much about. I'm glad I was able to try them though. They were good. They were solid. They were like 7 out of 10. 7-3. We'll go 7-3. 7-3. Whereas the ones at the shore were 9-9. Like they were top. But I think it was just, you know, the atmosphere. I think there was a lot more to it. Robert, what's up, dude? Welcome. I think there was a lot more to it. It was also, you know, the atmosphere, the people, like everything about it was better. Whereas this was just a baseball game that I go to. You're really taking them up. Now it's time for them to arrive in EU. Talking them up. Yeah, no, they probably are already in EU, honestly. Just not, you know, like I said, it's only something that you'll see at like an event, I think. Do you have funnel cakes? Do you have fried dough? Do you have these things in European locations? What else did you eat? Okay, so here I'll tell you the full breakdown. We got there at 5:30. The game didn't start till 6:30. We had the press box because my like the place I used to work at had like an event basically there. So they're supposed to have all kinds of food there. Now last time we went, I went last year as well. And the food was like basically like fucking cold cut sandwiches, processed lunch meat, and hot dogs and hamburgers, which are, you know, something you get at a ball game, so I can respect that, but it wasn't anything crazy. So this year I was like, all right, well I know I'm definitely going to be paying money for food. Like I'm not going to just eat that shitty food that they're giving us for free. But I didn't realize why we got those things. Is because last year the boss, the guy who owns the business, he's just like super blasé about shit. He's like, yeah, just give me whatever. Like you get food when you buy one of those boxes, and he was just like, give me whatever. I don't care. This year, the actual business manager was there. She wasn't there last year, so she's usually the one who handles all this shit for him. And so she basically got like she spared no expense kind of thing. So we had like some kind of steak and cheese egg rolls. We had mac and cheese, like from that mac and cheese place I showed. We had chicken and Pete's fries and chicken. There was like seasoned potato chips. I don't know where they came from. Hot dogs, hamburgers, big cookies. There's probably more. I can't remember everything, but yeah. I basically had so I got there at 5:30. This story started like this for a reason. I got there at 5:30. The food is not there because like the guy who, you know, the owner is not there, and they're like, yeah, we'll bring the food out when everybody's here. So it's like 5:45. He's not here. It's 6 o'clock. The game starts at 6:30, so people aren't here on time. It's not a big deal. But so I'm fucking starving because usually I eat at 5 o'clock, one meal a day. So it's now after 6, and I'm like, I'm done tapping out. I'm going and buying food. I'm not waiting. So I go down there, and like I said, I wanted to get one of those big long hot dogs. They had these like over 1 foot long hot dogs, and I got it, and it was just like, it was like mediocre. It was like, yeah, it was $7.50, and it was really long, but it was like, other than that, it was super mediocre. I think those are good if you want all the shit that, like, you can get sausage and peppers, you can get like onions, you can get all kinds of toppings on them, but I just got a regular hot dog, and I swear it was the same hot dogs that they had at all the other stands. It was just long. So that was a total waste of money. So then I get in line for Chicky and Pete's, right? So now I'm down in the concourse area, even though we have the press box upstairs. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to get Chicky and Pete's, fuck it. I was going to get that steak and cheese thing I told you guys about. I'm standing in line. It's like a 20-minute line already. The game hasn't even started. The hot dog place was like literally I just walked up and got the hot dog and walked out. So I'm standing in line for like 20 minutes and I don't have a drink because there's supposed to be free water up there and it's not out yet. I'm not going to buy a $4 water when there's going to be free water at least. So I don't have a drink, and I just ate that hot dog, like fucking just swallowed it like fucking Joey Chestnut. And I'm now thirsty as fuck. And I'm standing in line. I'm like, I can't wait. I'm just gonna go back up. Like, it's not worth it. I'm not gonna spend $10 on a sandwich that, you know, there's gonna be free food upstairs. So I went back up, and they actually had Chicky and Pete's up for free. I was like, thank God I didn't fucking spend like $15 on shit when it was all free up here, you know? But yeah, it was actually an amazing night. It was so fun, and the game was good. The Yankees ended up winning. They scored 7 runs in the 7th inning, so it was pretty cool. Funnel cake is actually a local specialty in Germany as well, but I still never had fried Oreos anywhere. Well, anywhere that you get that kind of stuff is where you can get fried Oreos here, so maybe it is something that's specific. Now I want fair food. Yeah, I'm like all about it all of a sudden. It's weird. But I went to like a couple high profile things like this year. Like I went to the Heritage Fair in May or whenever that was in early June. And then I went on vacation and the boardwalk had all this shit. And now again to the baseball games. And it's like I may never eat a regular meal again. I probably will just only go to baseball games and eat now. Maybe do one meal a day or 1 meal a month or something like that. Everything that is advertised for its size or shape has a very high chance to disappoint on taste. Yeah, that's actually probably totally true. It was just like a regular hot dog. And I think it was probably way more expensive. I don't know what the regular hot dogs are price-wise. Oreos themselves are even vegan. Oh, well, that's definitely not part of the plan. Metro, happy Friday. What's up, my friend? SLB, how the hell are you? Where are them dragons at? We need to kill dragons. Guess we'll just get this done over the course of the next few weeks. But yeah, I'm very satisfied with that game. It was gorgeous out last night too. It was so gorgeous. And I got to see people that I haven't seen in a long time. And there's a woman who works there. That's why we go to the game so much, because there's a woman who works there and she always like gets us like a bunch of free stuff when we go. She got us these like it was like ring pop gummies or something like that, like gummy, like for kids type gummies, but not edibles. Anyway, yeah, they're like ring pop ones. So they had like a gummy outside, and then on the inside they had a flavor as well. And it was like, holy shit, I don't know what they were too, but man, I was all kinds of food last night. I was so stuffed because I ate like a giant plate of fries. I ate like 5 of those egg rolls. I had a bunch of that mac and cheese. It was all really good. I was so stuffed, but I'm like, I never got the Oreos. And all I can think of in the back of my head is like, if somebody asked me tomorrow on stream if I got the Oreos and I have to answer the question no after talking about them for like 2 weeks now, I'm just going to feel terrible about myself. I got to do it. I had to do it. Don't know if you want to tip on that quest and the one after at Metro. If you hang out in the fire at camp and as you're span, you can wrap up each quest in minutes. Oh, sweet. Where's that? You're talking about the Suffusion camp? Alright, we'll head there. Is there a Suffusion camp here today? I can't tell. What is all this shit? I'm so confused. This game looks so different now visually. That's very nice looking though. The Forge Master summon drops a lot. How can I tell if there's a Suffusion camp in the zone though? I don't see one. My ma's boyfriend had a sausage stand. He'd take us to the Bloomsburg Fair and like monster truck shows. Yeah, I'm trying to go to the Bloomsburg Fair this year, I think. When is it? It's far. It's not worth it. But it is, because I'm trying to get food like that. I've been in the Bigfoot, the big famous monster truck. Well, that's cool. Suffusion camp's like right here, right? Yeah. Is that something you do on the side, or how did you get into a press box at a baseball game? Oh, I explained it before. owner of the business I used to work at, he has like a advertising campaign purchased through the baseball game, and every year they give him a free box, like as like, you know, a thanks to paying so much money for advertising that probably doesn't do anything for his business. Wait, are these guys supposed to give it? Why are they highlighted like if it's a quest? They're not even dragons. Oh wow, they do give it. Okay, that's weird. He's just being famous. Or he's just that famous, just being humble now. It's his box. I actually would straight up, like, if I knew 20 people, I think it would be worth paying for him. It was an amazing experience. Oh, and I almost got fucking murdered. Like, bro, I almost died. Somebody hit a fucking screamer. We were right behind home plate, basically, okay? Like, right behind home plate, just on the second level or whatever in that box. Somebody fouled off a fucking screamer. Like, this ball was like 200 miles per hour. And I was here, okay? I bent over to get some of those gummies I was just talking about, and the ball went like this. If I was sat up in my chair properly, it would hit me right in the face. And I'd probably be dead. It bounced off the fucking glass, like the big glass panes behind us, and it shot from the second deck back onto the field. The catcher grabbed it. That's how fucking hard this ball was hit. Bounced off glass, bounced back, and the catcher grabbed it. I'm still, like, I still can't get over that. And everybody around me was just like looking at me. I was like, I reached like far, like 2 seats over to get those gummies. And then all of, like, it's just, and my hair went like this. Like that. Like my hair was like all messy. That's how fast it was. I was like, what? What the fuck just happened? And it was so loud, it sounded like somebody shot a gun in my ear. Like my ear was ringing afterwards. Yeah, I intentionally dodged it, yeah. What are we doing? Oh yeah, knock it. Or Niltheris. Yeah, let's just hard. This is not where these are anymore. It's gonna get the muscle memory a while to catch up on that. Let's see, they're here now, right? Spellbook. Is there a keybind to automatically open the spellbook though instead? Hero's Path. Dragonflight. Niltheris. You dodged it? That is another story. Yeah, we read that. Was Purgatory up? No, I had used it before eating all that shitty food. That's probably going to take years off my life. Every mob in the Dragon Isles is highlighted because of the quest. Okay, so you can literally get it from anything. It says only dragons, isn't it? Oh no, it says creatures of the Dragon Isles. I guess I thought I read dragons. And they say gaming's bad for you? Yeah, no, I got Ultra Instinct from the gaming app. Nerf tanks by strategically assassinating players with baseballs. Oh, did we ever reload? Or maybe I did before, and that's why we didn't have that guy's chat on the screen. That's probably what happened. Okay, back in the queue. What else? I did some Mythic Plus today. I feel almost unkillable as Blood Decay. Yeah, I'd imagine that's probably true for every tank right now, but... Gummy, dodge, trinket, increase 100% dodge. That'd be a good one, yeah. What's going on with keys today? Not much. What do you mean? Just like how that guy left, I guess? I don't know. People are just weird. I don't know. People are like ADHD crazy anymore, I feel like. Their attention span doesn't like match up with the content anymore, I feel like. That's probably the biggest difference between like 2004 and 2024. For Prop Paladins, it's their last days of being a tank at the Prepatch. Oh, yeah. Alright, we got another player. Oh yeah, I never actually looked at this. What happened to this? What the hell is this? What the fuck is this? Alright, I'm all set. That's a little bit more than a loot overview, I think. Oh, that you're saying there's a tab called loot overview? Who the fuck spent all the time to make this? That's weird. Loot overview. Yeah, okay, so yeah. As we expected. Wait, what is it? What's this? What does Mythic 6 mean? Myth 6. This means that a normal vault item only goes up to 632, right? Is that what this is confirming? Hero track is now 13 item levels lower. Is it? Yeah, it is. Is that, and what is it now? What is hero track now compared to what it is? Mythic raid gear goes 6 of 6. All of it? So the vault gear only goes 4 of 6? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, it's very confusing. All mythic gear can go to 638. No, we'll figure it out. I don't really care. I won't be raiding, and I'll just be doing Mythic Plus and vaults or delves or whatever to the best of my ability. I just checked the dungeon journal on beta. Yeah. The thing is that there was a time in the past when like the gear would not go, like the vault gear was lower than, you remember? That was like season 2, I think, wasn't it? Okay, we got that interrupt. Crucial. You have to upgrade the vault gear 5 times instead of 3. Oh, that's the big difference that everybody was talking about before then, yeah. It still goes up all the way, but it's just more work or something. 13 item level seems extreme. I wonder if they want people less geared for the race to world first. See, we're back to the assumptions like we were saying before. Mythic tier goes higher? Yeah, that's usually the case because the tier is like, some of the raid tier is from a boss that's dropping higher or something like that, I think is how they do it in the past. Genuine bosses tier is higher item level. Yeah, there you go. They've done that pretty much, like, I remember that in Kata, so it's been like as far back as you can remember. Devoker representing. Oh, nice. Yeah, good to see that, actually. It's the wrong ability. I meant to disrupt it, but I stunned it by accident. Now it's raging, so we can't.
Beware. 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 3, 2, 1.
Metro, are you gonna have time to golf on vacation? I'm not gonna. It's not a. I think we're confused about what's. I'm not going on vacation. I'm just driving somewhere and then driving right back. I already went on vacation and no, I didn't golf. And no, I haven't golfed in like a month now at this point. Me and golf are on a break in our relationship. It seems. Spending all the free money I had for golf on Pokemon card stuff at this point. And I just don't really care to drive so far and spend so much money compared to what I used to. Didn't you used to use an @cursor macro? Yeah, I still have it. It's something I only use when I know I need to, or when I know I can have no penalty for using it. Not something I use very often. Just easier to use the regular use of it, honestly. Like right here, I can use it. But sometimes, like you see, I can get stuck on this shit up here, so that's why I have to have both.
Beware.
Have you looked into the driving simulators? And I don't have a garage. I tried to look into a company that like builds like a outdoor thing. But again, it's just like, yeah, I'm just... Sadly, it's just golf and me are just done, yeah. It's just too difficult of a sport to play when you want to play. That's the big issue. I started like shooting around, like playing basketball a little bit before it got really hot out this summer, and it's like I'd rather just do that at this point. It's free. I can walk to the basketball court whenever I want, and I can leave and come whenever I want. Like, I don't have to dedicate 4 hours to it. I don't have to spend $50 on it, and I don't have to buy new basketballs every day. Someone in my old guild had a golf sim in his basement. Yeah, it's pretty popular. One of my uncle's friends who we golf with a lot he has a golf simulator in his house. But it's like multiple thousands of dollars to get set up. Like just the TrackMan or whatever it's called. What is that? The GPS thing that allows you to be the simulator, that costs like thousands. Well, okay, that got really sweet. There are times when visibility of the reticule is important. Yeah, like right here, see? I'm from Indiana, so I love playing basketball. Oh, cool. Yeah, basketball was like my main sport, and like I've always said, like if I could re-roll, like you know how you switch talent points, if I could re-roll all my basketball talent points into golf, I would have did it. But I'm just not very good at golf, and I'm still surprisingly good at basketball. I was shocked; it kind of came right back. playing with some kids like the age of when I was young, playing all the time, and I kind of schooled them like they were not very. I think it's just like less emphasis on sports nowadays too, so I was really shocked that like these kids down at the park, they're just like not very good at basketball compared to like we used to play all day every day, but I was like, wow, you guys aren't really good at this even though you're down here playing.
3, 2, 1.
Fishing is a good hobby. Yeah, not for me. I don't enjoy fishing, nor do I enjoy like standing or sitting in a boat, whatever you want to. Fishing ain't for me. I need something that's activity, like I have to be active during it, otherwise I can't really consider it a hobby at this point. I have too many hobbies that involve me sitting on my ass. I need to get exercise more as I get older. So one thing I've incorporated is every time I sell a Pokemon card, I just walk to the post office instead of drive. And then ever since going to the beach, I started like power walking everywhere I go. So like last night when I was going to get the hot dog and the Oreos, I just like kind of sprinted there instead of just walked there. Kind of like force a little bit extra exercise in. Tennis or badminton? Oh, those are 2-player sports, right? I need a 1-player sport. Something I can do alone or with random people. You ever tried Dick's golf? No, I don't really like Dick's. No, I never tried. I don't think there's any way. I think there's like one golf course that also has one, like a disc golf one somewhere, but I don't really. Yeah, golf itself is all I'm interested in. Great statement to join the stream on. Yeah, welcome. How's it going? Welcome.
Beware.
How's your baseball game? Oh, fucking awesome. It was so nice. Really couldn't have had a better time, I feel like. I almost got killed though. I told the story before, but TLDR, I slightly moved, and as I did it, somebody hit a fucking screamer that basically went right by the side of my head, even though I moved like 45 degrees to the left. And I imagine if I was sat up straight in my seat, I would not have been paying attention in time enough that would have absolutely hit me in the head. Basically missed me to a point where it like blew my, like my hair went like, it flipped my hair up like that. So I'd imagine that probably would have hit me square in the face. I generally just lift 4 to 5 times a week. Age is creeping up. I'll be 48 on Wednesday. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've never really enjoyed lifting. I have some problems with some parts of my body that I never got repaired properly, and they just stopped me from doing, like, even just doing any type of lifting at all. Even like lifting like a sack of flour or something like that is hard with my shoulder being so torn up. But either way, even when I was young, lifting always bored me. Lifting is like the equivalent. Lifting to get better at basketball was like the equivalent of like farming twos to do high keys. It's just not why I'm here. It's not really the same equivalent, but somewhat similar. Hey Metro, what rune forge are you using on your Blood Decay? Nah, no, I'm not using Stone Skin Gargoyle. There's just no need for it yet. We're so tanky, right? I feel like it's gonna be good when they make the changes to stuff, but as of right now, I got just got Fallen Crusader still.
2, 1.
Intruders! Where have you come from? Beware. Now Valorous belongs to the Colossi now.
Wait, what is this mob?
Beware.
Did we hit? Okay, I guess we're done. Yo, this game is just played by fucking idiots. It's actually crazy. Yeah, that guy aggroed this shit, didn't he? Yeah. Somebody at Blizzard would look at this footage and be like, 16 deaths and no disband. Death timers are too lenient. We can't have that. Well, this is even more abnormal because of the pre-patch situation, but I get your point. Okay, we got Evoker, Hunter, and Arcane Mage. Okay, let's check the footage though, because I'm not sure how that aggroed. That guy might not have actually aggroed it. I don't know that we're gonna see anything though. You think you'll add specs to your spreadsheet? No, I won't be able to. I don't know of a good way, like, other than having 28 columns, I don't know of a good way to then add them all up for the stats tab. Like, I guess you would just need, like, a very complicated formula to give you an assignment of, like, a tally mark for every word that you type in, but it's just way, way easier to do it this way. Is it me, maybe even? I don't even know. I kind of did this like weird little hop here, but there's no way I'm close enough for that, right? I mean, he gets threat like instantly, so I doubt it. I don't know. Do hunters not have misdirect anymore? They do, and they have a way to drop threat altogether, but you could just have a class drop down and a conditional spec drop down and then have a hidden data sheet for the stats. But we both know you won't be doing that. Well, I have the stats. I don't know what you mean by that. It's just a lot more work is my point. Like, there's not really any gain to it. Leaves after trash get pulled. So. Only really gain is to get a feeling on Og. Right, yeah, that's actually a good point. Yeah, and then yeah. Then people will ask for talents. Are you going to add talents to your spreadsheet? You're right, yep.
Greetings, sir.
If I knew how to do it, I would consider it, but I don't even know how, I wouldn't even know where to start, so yeah. I guess actually it's probably not. Hold on, how do we have it done for the disbands? Because somebody else helped me with this a while ago. Yeah, like this, right? So I guess it's just the same thing. Just the same formula. And just type in whatever the fuck these words are. I don't even know what I'm looking at. And just type in arcane or something. The question then is though, how do we fit it on the sheet? Because the sheet's already way too fucking long. I guess we can get rid of all the affixed stuff though, huh? I don't know, though. I don't know what we're going to do about affix stuff. That might be a Season 2 thing once we've seen how this is shaken out. Because there's still going to be rotating affixes, but they might not be for the week that we actually do them. Or for the key level that we actually do them at, right? I think I'll probably still keep the weekly thing. Maybe I'll just make these like really small or something like that. You could do it by removing the class column and instead have a DPS 1, DPS 2, and DPS 3. And select the class and spec with dropdowns, but it's seriously not worth the effort. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's like not really gonna improve the data quality at all. But it would be pretty badass to be like, how many survival hunters did we have? You know, like it would be cool to have. Couldn't you use a letter for the spec? You could, yeah. I mean, it doesn't need, like, I could actually just type, like, it fits, right? Like, that wouldn't even need to change much. Yeah, I definitely won't be adding hero specs and shit. Like, I'm not going to be inspecting people. What is the purpose of your data files? Just to keep all the stats together, so we could have a different, like, a more educated conversation about the way the game is. But the main thing, the reason I started the spreadsheet was so I could include a VOD of every single run. It's like, I feel like one of the biggest problems with the game right now is that there's a lot of very advanced strategies out there, but the people who run and use these very advanced strategies, like, they basically just, like, stream 9 hours with, like, no organization to anything. So people are like, you should go watch these guys play, you'll learn things. It's like, I don't have time. But if they had a spreadsheet with every single one of their runs organized, and I can quickly look through them and see exactly when and where these things happen, then I would do that, you know what I mean? So I had made this thinking like, okay, if everybody in the game started using the spreadsheet, how much easier it would be to learn things that you need to learn in Mythic Plus. But I don't think it's like, yeah. I made it hoping that it was going to start like a trend, but I don't think anybody's, other than viewers of the channel, I don't think anybody's actually tried to do it. The purpose of the Excels is to track who might attempt to assassinate him. Yeah, the baseball. Oh, this guy again. Why do you bother? Good question, I guess. Hey, Griffin, what's up, buddy? Welcome. Maybe reduce the affix columns from 4 to 1 and just do a comma-separated list. Create a drop-down of each of the week's rotation and then select it for the current week. Yeah, I don't know. My buddy got his The War Within Collector's Edition early. It's really nice looking. Yeah, I saw a lot of people are getting them very early. Like, it says on the box you shouldn't have them yet. It's really weird. What did you play in Remix? I have a, like a 30-some part playthrough of me playing Remix on the second channel. I'll link it for you, if you want to see it. I have a whole second channel dedicated to leveling challenges and non-progression content in WoW, which I have been not really active on since I started now the third channel, the Pokemon cards and everything. But I will be returning to this channel soon, so stay tuned. His box says don't ship till August 1st. Yeah, it's really weird. There's a Pokemon card channel. Yep, let me link to that now. This channel that I'm about to link is I'm desperately seeking watch hours on. So yeah, if you guys want to just do me a favor, you can just plop open, especially the latest playlist I made while I'm playing my Pokemon fan game that I made. You just want to plop that on and just let that run for a couple hours. I would greatly appreciate it. What class do you recommend for tanks and raids? Oh, I don't know. Based on the group comp more than anything, right? I just play what you enjoy always. That's always my vote. I've been dying to see some of that game. The Pokemon game? Oh, sweet. Yeah, I got 17 episodes live now. I published the last one this morning, but I won't be able to do another one for a long time now. Well, I don't know about a long time, but it's going to be a little bit. I'm probably about 2/3 of the way through it. Maybe like 3/5 of the way through it. I got it running. Does it still work if I mute the tab? I assume. I don't really know how watch time is calculated, but I assume as long as the video is running, it doesn't matter. I was never able to get the files extractable for your game. Oh, really? Yeah, they're just a RAR file, so you just download a program like WinRAR and extract them. Oh, I thought that was like an actual enemy in the dungeon. I was like, why is that over here? If it's like Twitch, if you mute the tab, it works. If you mute the video, it doesn't. Oh, okay. Why does this keep moving? Am I moving it somehow? That's unfortunate. Okay, I guess we're in a rush to start the dungeon, so I'll have to fix that later. Did you do that via ROM hacking? In the first episode, I like explained it all in pretty good detail. But now it's Pokemon Essentials TLDR.
Welcome to Algathar Academy. I am delighted that you received our invitation. The school is a touch behind schedule.
New students. How wonderful.
Wait.
It has been quite some time.
What the hell? Why did I get that one? Alright, I guess we'll just get that one. It's fine.
Come with us. It should only take a moment to set up for a new lesson.
I had some guy comment the other day. It was a very, very strange comment. And whenever people say this, I can never take them serious. But I do try to learn from what seems like somebody who has a point. The guy said that this is actually the tightest key at the highest level. And that, like, the things that we were talking about in the video would never work at the highest level. And I'm like, okay, regardless, it's like we're not talking about the highest level, we're talking about a 10. What is the tightest key? What does that mean? He was saying I will never be able to upgrade a 20 with this strategy. It's like, I don't care. I'm never getting to try 20. But still, I was basically asking if people know that that's true or not. Like, is this dungeon actually one of the hardest at the highest levels?
Beware.
Timer-wise, it is. Oh, really? That's weird. It seems like one of the easiest timers at the lower levels, huh? It's like the second easiest, right?
Beware.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, that's what I said to the guy. I was like, why are you, like, whenever anybody says shit like that, I assume they're just, like, I don't even know what word I would use to describe that behavior. Because I doubt this guy's upgraded to 20 anyway.
Beware.
Surely if he did, he wouldn't be commenting on shit that he does in a 20 when we're talking about a 10. Yeah, that's what he was saying. Like, you'll never be able to do this unless you, like, double snap the trash. And I was like, I don't think I'll even try it, so I don't know why you're bringing this up. Elitist being elitist? Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, a real player, somebody who's actually done 20s and understands how hard they are, would never, like, accidentally compare them, right? Like, it's clearly a different fucking game if you're talking about a 10 and a 20, right? Like, who in their right mind would ever compare those two? It's only some dude who watched somebody else do this shit that would compare it, right? Somebody who has no actual experience in what the progression curve looks like. Every great push, they said they can live on 23 to 24, but they can only do a 23 because of the timer. Oh, that's crazy. I'm really shocked to hear that, considering how easy the timer is at the low levels. It's not like that in AV, right? AV is still really loose at the higher levels. AV was the second highest key down in the Great Push. Well, that's the thing that confused me by the whole conversation. Because if you look at the actual like highest key, it's the second most successful key. So I don't know how it could be the tightest timer. They did 23 AV with 1 minute left. Wow. It's just one of those like Twitch kids. He's like, you're hard trolling by telling your community to not try to double pull and quadruple snap and all this bullshit. I'm like, what the fuck are you even talking about? It's a 10. Like, anyway. Someone who feels inadequate and looking for an argument talks like that. Yeah, I think you're right, to be honest. There aren't a huge amount of people playing in that bracket. They are outliers. Better to gather data that would be more representative and generalize to the majority of Mythic Plus players. Yeah, I mean, that's... Regardless, I wasn't even generalizing. I was very specific in what I was talking about. I was talking about in that 10 that I recorded, I would recommend not doing what he did and dying to it because it's too risky. Unless the guy plays Og and is voluntarily snapping the birds, I judge his opinion to be irrelevant. Right, yeah. Is that how you do it? You have to have an Og do it? Double pull was so easy when I watched world-class teams do it in the Great Push. Everyone should do it in their weekly 10. Yeah. Right, I was just commenting on the MK Ultra submission the other day where he ended up dying to pulling all that, and they lost like so much time doing it. And just random commenters said like some strange things about keys that were totally irrelevant. But I was just wondering mostly about the whole timer thing. I'm shocked to hear that. Because if you look at the highest keys done, it looks like Algathar is the second best next to AV, so shocked to hear that. What are your thoughts on Sandland versus Deathbringer? Have you played with them much? Thematically, Sandland seems way cooler, but I hear Deathbringer is better due to defensive increase. I have not played with Sandland a lot, and that's because Deathbringer is just way better in my eyes. Sandland just doesn't even, it's like a non-starter in my book. I don't necessarily know if it's because of defensive benefit, to be honest. It's just fucking cooler. And works really well with my playstyle. Like, I'm somebody who's always had trouble not overusing Mirror End as it is. So now, the fact that there's going to be constant reasons to use Mirror End is really healthy for my playstyle. And I'm just going to tell you the truth here. Judge me for it if you want. The number one reason I'm going Deathbringer is because it's going to turn my Blood Boil blue. So Sandland's going to have to do something crazy to take me from it. They've been nerfing Deathbringer and buffing Sandland though. Yeah, and that's, like I said, I would still be taking it no matter what. Deathbringer has the 10% and physical and magic resistance. Wait, it turns Blood Boil blue? Yes, sir. Yes, so you're sold too, right? You see that reaction? See that reaction? Like, he's talking about, like, well, mathematically, you know, actually... Oh, wait, it's blue? Same reaction I had. Gotta pay full attention. Can't read the chat right now. Full attention, because if I get disoriented, we die. And then we probably wipe. Little couple dragon seeds here. Dragon seeds, that's a good name, right? I'm gonna miss House of the Dragon too because of this stupid fucking 16-hour drive we're doing. I have to watch it Monday or Tuesday or something. It's gonna be a big one this week too, I think. Concentrate on the swirlies, yep. Do you even see it when in combat on the pole though? No, not really. Just like I didn't really see blue D&D, but it was still fucking awesome to have down. Just watch it while you're driving. Well, I will be at Airbnb at that point, staying the night. But yeah, I'm obviously not gonna watch it in a random Airbnb.
Some new students have trickled in after
The icon or the animation? The animation, yeah. It looks like some like, it looks like all the blue shit that comes with Deathbringer is like the Argus. Have you ever fought Argus? The boss in the Legion boss. If you've never fought Argus, you may not know what I'm talking about, but it's basically that, like, that's the color of everything that Deathbringer does. And it just looks fucking wicked. But yeah, all I know is, regardless of whatever else the spec brings, it's very attractive for me, so. I would absolutely love getting a glyph to get that Ardenweald Death Stew back. Oh, me too. I would literally pay for that if I had to. I think Demon Hunter is going to be waiting for 11.1 or 2 for any cool animations for their hero stuff. Oh, really? Yeah, it's weird how, like, we looked at, like, Frostfire Mage in, like, build 1 of the alpha, and it was gorgeous then, and somehow, like, Sandland just doesn't have actual fucking anything. Like, it literally nothing. Really weird how some are just like, super good looking, and then others don't even have any new spells. That's definitely a disappointment for me for the system. I thought they were all gonna have awesome spells. Mathematically, blue skills deal more damage. That's what I thought too, but I don't know if it's true. I prefer the Deathbringer gameplay, even though I like Sandland thematically. Yeah, and I thought Sandland, like when I heard about them, I was like, oh, Deathbringer? Who the fuck, what the fuck is that? Who gives a shit about that? You know what I mean? Sandland, Blood Decay, that's it. But it's just between the playstyle, the lack of flavor, the difficulty of maximizing it, it's just not for me, I think. Just looked up the video of Blue Blood Boil. Pretty sick. You got me thinking now. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know how, like, theoretically different they're gonna be. But you gotta, it's just like Night Fae, man. Like, everybody hated on me for taking Night Fae too, but I don't give a fuck, man. I play the game for fun, and that makes it more fun for me. Cool new looks was the main thing I was pumped for with hero talents. And there's a lot of great ones. A lot of great ones. Frostfire Mage, probably my favorite one. Like, favorite individual spell that I saw, though. I want to play Herald Holy Pally just to see the beams. Paladin has some really good ones too. What was the one that we tested? Was that the one? The one that I tested on the second channel, that one was awesome, whatever that one was. I think that was like Templar or something, wasn't it? It was like just fucking hammers just falling from the sky, and they were just crazy looking. And it was just like super bursty. It was awesome. The Demonology hero tree? Oh, really? I don't think I've seen that one. Demo always has such crazy good flavor. Like, everything they get is always awesome, but I just don't really like demons. Like, it's not like demons are the bad guys, you know. I don't really assign, I guess maybe you can say the same thing about Death Knight, so to be fair, but yeah, for me, I like undead stuff better than demon stuff, I guess. Templar is great. Yeah, that Templar, something like that. Yeah, and then the other one's Herald of the Sun, right? I haven't seen Totemic like firsthand, but I've seen some pictures and stuff. That one seems awesome. There's no demo hero tree though. Oh right, yeah, like which hero tree is he talking about?
Use them to get her attention.
Cool new, okay with that.
At least we know that works. Watch yourselves.
It's gonna be so weird every rep alley just having Crusader Aura on the whole time, man. That's so weird. For fucking years, like since TBC. Aura check, you have Crusader on. Oh, whoops, why do you have that Aura on? Whoops. Now it's literally the only Aura they can take. That's fucking crazy. Diabloist is the demon focus hero tree. Okay. It's not a very interesting name. Some of the names are awful. The rogue ones I have to have the worst names. Then you have some shit like some super iconic shit like Keeper of the Grove. Come on, how did those compare, dude? It's like some that are just clearly forced. Like Totemic is an awesome name and it makes total sense. And then there's some that just don't make any sense at all. The best one for Death Knight, I mean, you gotta say it, right? Rider of the Apocalypse. Rider of the Apocalypse, gotta be the best one. Maybe one of the best names. All of them. Rogue hero names match their fun level. Yeah, I've heard it's not good. Rider of the Apocalypse, hands down, yes, 100%. If Blood DK had that one, I'd be doing that one for sure. That would be like, I don't even give a fuck what we have, I'd be doing it. Just the speed alone would be me. I wish the Horseman modified your abilities the same way that Demonology/Diabloist tree does. Oh, really? I guess I don't really know much about it because I never really played it. I did a leveling challenge on the... one of those small leveling challenges on the alpha with it, but it was mostly just whenever you press Sindragos' Fury or whatever it's called. Otherwise, nothing really happened with it. When they first announced Rider, I thought I'd be switching from Vengeance to DK. It being DPS only is what saved me. Oh yeah, it's only for the DPS specs. Which is kind of strange. I'm kind of shocked by that. I feel like it makes more sense Deathbringer for DPS and Rider of the Apocalypse for Blood. Is consumption worth taking now, or should I put it into Bloody Blade or Umbilicus? I don't really know, to be honest. Consumption is like math, like I can't imagine it's good mathematically, but apparently it's somebody was saying there's like a bug or something like that. I don't know. I like Umbilicus always though, so that one I could say definitely. I want to make sure I understand the Mythic Plus changes. Is the 16 you're doing equivalent to a 26 in the old system? I don't think it's like going to be 1-to-1, but that's like, yeah, roughly what it would be equivalent to, yeah. Did that shaman take the battle res or did he onk? I don't know. I don't know if this is not working. I don't know. Angry Keystones never got updated though still, I guess. There's 3 demons that can spawn and each one buffs and changes a different ability. Oh, that's neat. I have to take a look at Warlock. What did they get in terms of affliction? Is there any cool affliction stuff? I heard affliction is supposed to be powerful. Oh, we didn't list there. Visually, it's very appealing. Oh, really?
Beware. 2, 1. Beware.
Finally gathered 500 storm sigils. The new transmogs look cool. Okay, is that new then? Why do you have to gather 500? I only got 50. You have to get 500 to get all of them? Is that what that is?
Beware.
500 for the storm versions. Do you think they should revert the nerf they have on beta for Deathstrike? That if they had to only make one change, I would not want to see that be the change. If they had to make only one change, I would want to see them revert the blood shield stuff. Where do you get that quest? I don't know about that one specifically, but I got a quest from the Griffin, the pet that I got from buying the Epic Edition. I don't know. Holder and the Wild Hammer. Yeah, that's where I got the other quest. You know?
3, 2, 1. Beware.
It's just the same guy, you know.
Beware.
I didn't give you a quest? Oh, Griffin, no, my bad. Not you, the little Griffin pet, my bad.
Beware. 3, 2.
Griffin 1192 has a quest. Probably a fighting quest. Why am I in combat? Hellcaller Affliction. Oh, that's a badass name. You have to summon Squally to get that quest? Yep. Is that needed for the Transmog one too, or is that you can just go and get that one? But those are all new, huh? I guess I'm gonna have to do that. Which part of the Blood Shield nerf? The Vamp Blood interaction or the cap? I would just like loop it all together. Because I feel like all of it together is like probably more massive than the actual Death Strike change.
2, 1.
This way. I feel, no data, that the cap doesn't do that much, which with Death Strike healing so much less. But the missing Vamp Blood interaction is massive. Yeah, I think it's like all adds up to being massive. It's a huge nerf all around. Everything about it. What if, and hear me out, we bring 2 Ogvokers instead of 1 to the key? Timers are gonna get a lot tighter.
3, 2, 1.
Isn't that right? I stopped that mob from casting the shield, but then he just put it on himself anyway, it looked like. We want no Og, not more Og? Yeah, it's the wrong direction. Guy's just fucking spinning over there on his own, sweet. raging. That one I'm gonna be happy to be gone simply because it's hard to see on the fly if it's raged or not. So I just noticed now sometimes the vestigial shell talent often goes on my ghoul instead of my party member. Yeah, that talent's fucking horrendous. It can go on hunter pets too. So if hunters, like, there's a bunch of pets out, it's like unlikely to even hit players. Really bad talent. The multiple AUG discussion versus no AUG discussion randomly made me think about an interesting idea behind the mega dungeon. What if they made them 10-mans instead? And they'd be raids. That's actually what I thought they were going to do when they announced like the concept of a mega dungeon, and because they said like a dungeon like Upper Blackrock Spire, and I was like, oh, it's going to be a 10-man? But no. If your 10-man has no AUGs, I'm listening. Yeah, if we had 10 players but they're forced to not be AUGs. What is happening on this character visually right now? Very active visuals.
Think about what you have done. Run away to the corner. Poor marks for poor students.
No, these keys are just such a joke. It's wild. 7 minutes, boss almost halfway dead already. Only 3 deaths though. Damage isn't even really that high. We saw some nuts numbers that first day, and now I feel like everything's come back to normal numbers. Remember that first the first Agathar we did this week, where the guy did 650k on Veximus? Boss died in like a minute and 35 seconds. That was crazy, yeah. That's pretty much why I was saying it, yeah. Because I also felt it was crazy. Wonder if Og will get the survival treatment, since it seems having one makes runs so much easier. You don't want encounters being built around your group. Survival treatment? Well, that, I mean, Og already... That would have happened months ago, if you're saying that, right? 1.38 billion damage. Is that how much he did? No way. Billion, really? No. You gotta be exaggerating or joking. I'm new to the expansion releases. Is the expectation that the Dread tank change will actually go through, or that they'll halt and tweak them? I made a whole video on this on Tuesday. It's a complicated gray area we've never really been in before. So I can't really give you a prediction, honestly. It can go either way at this point. The fact that they're not on the pre-patch is kind of unprecedented. So trying to decipher why they're not in the pre-patch, it could be as basic as they're just behind on actual like code testing or something, and it's coming no matter what. It could be that they're considering changing it, and then it could be that they're considering changing it, making it worse, or making it better, like one of the two. Like, it could be anything. So I don't, like, nobody really knows at this point. He's joking. There's nobody did anything close to 1 billion damage on one boss. Or maybe you're talking about overall. This guy did close to that overall. 895k. I mean, reworking augmentation into something other than a buff and utility spec. And that's what they would have did that already, right? Like, the shot to do that would have been with War Within, not after it launches. So it doesn't seem like that's happening. They need to even out the utility between AUG and the other 2 specs and remove the defensive value of scales. Oh yeah, I like the defensive value. That's like the only thing that makes AUG interesting, right? If they got rid of that, then it would be really, really garbage. Hey Damon GG, what's up, buddy? Welcome. Oh, what's this guy sending me a message about? This guy actually sent a picture. Interesting. Oh, yeah, it's a 69-cent one as well. Anyway, have you seen the bug where the second boss of BH gets one shot randomly? I think somebody sent me that. I'm going to make a video on that this weekend. He targets you with slime ads, and when it goes off, it kills you and kills himself. Yeah. I have not seen it personally, but I think somebody sent me a video of it. How much points did we get for that? 9, I guess. I think we were 30 on the dot before, right? That's an amusing bug. I can imagine. Shaman. Oh. I also had that happen. Oh, yeah. Druid and Og. After the first eat phase of that boss, the tank came out of Treemouth with 1 HP. Is that why we haven't seen it? It's because I don't get eaten? You have to get eaten and then it kills them. Is that right? You have to get eaten. Gotcha. $11 a.m. It's lunchtime. It's 2 p.m. here, so no, not for me. I don't eat lunch either way. I copied your details profile, except it doesn't show live numbers, only after out of combat. Maybe it needs to be updated. I'll be doing a new UI video when everything's done for the expansion stuff, so 8 p.m. here, it's dinner time. Laughs in 8 p.m. Oh, why were you laughing? It's just what you do, I guess, when you're finding funny stuff. Oh, wait, what happened here? How did we finish this? When the fuck did I finish this? Did we get it from Mythic Plus or something? If you want to easy farm the Storm Spirits in Forge... Yeah, no, I don't need to. Apparently I finished it without even realizing it. I got it from the instance? Like, from the end of the instance? Didn't even notice. Yeah, I get it from the end of the instance. So yeah, just go do the dungeon. 16 out of 50, so we get the full plot pretty much. Probably get 50. Yep. I got 48 from that one dungeon. Hey Metro, happy Friday. That's so satisfying seeing the Phoenix with dynamic flight. I love this fucking mount. It's my favorite mount in the game. I love this coloration. I wish I had better transmog to match it, but it's really, this is like a great transmog all around. Grab the 500 quest too. Yeah, I definitely gotta do that. That's why I'm heading back right now. Oh, what do we turn? We turn this one in at by having the pet come out again. I love the Scarab Beetles with dragon riding. The Scarab Beetles, interesting. The DK Legion class mount is really nice with dragon riding. Oh, all the dragons, like any dragon, is always going to be good, I feel like.
It'd take a hand's worth of these hills.
I've never met such a stubborn griffin before. Look at that. I think it likes you. Here, I found some gear in the Stormrook saddle. Looks perfect for ye. And ye certainly deserve to wear something befitting a noble dragon rider such as yourself. Oh, we just got a lot of transmog. Oh, wait, did we just get all of those? Whoa. So what are those? So that's the one that you get with buying the expansion, and then now we also get these. Oh, that's a good color. Yeah, I don't really like them. That one's good though. It's not that different though, unfortunately. And now we got another one. You may have the spirit of the storm, but let's show you've mastered it. Time to really prove your mettle in battle. Well, the Stormrook is beginning to take a liking to you, but the bond between Rider and Griffin is forged over many trials. So what does this quest give? The same ones, but lightning-ish now? Is that what you guys were saying? I need to turn this in quick too. The aerial unit from King Mechon is quite funny in dragon riding with the whirling surge. Oh, I can imagine. Those ones probably look really weird, huh? What's the name of them, Matt? Squally? Okay, so then we just got all these pets. Cool. Can't, like, trade them, right? Nope. What key is this? Not good, right? Wrathbone dragons look cool. Sinfall Gravewing looks nice. Oh yeah, the Icy Sea Drake, that one looked really good. I tried that one on the beta. Would be cool if Blizzard just had the model of the gear and allowed... Here, let me just start. Holding everybody up here. Would be cool if Blizzard just had the model of the gear and allowed users to drag and drop color from a palette onto the gear for Transmog. Yeah, I guess that's just not how it works. Like, they've been asked about that a lot over the years. Oh, that's the wrong dungeon. Sweet. Okay. Wish some of the bird mounts, like the Dark Phoenix or Ashes, had their particle effects while zooming around. Oh, it's like not viewable, I guess, huh?
Pieces of powerful artifacts are hidden in the ruins. Collect them and eliminate any sundered flame before they do the same.
Now we're kind of fucked because I used all my charges and then ran into a tree, and now I use my ports, and I'm like, probably not even gonna make it there. The Mythic Jailer mount looks amazing on dragon riding. Oh, cool. I don't even remember what that mount looks like. They wouldn't be able to farm content by making you collect 500 storm sigils. Well, I mean, they obviously wouldn't. The content would be that would be just dropping the dies or whatever, you know. Like, they're never gonna allow you to just have it. Yeah, you'd have to have like a die system, like in Diablo or whatever, where they've had that in the past. Get there eventually. What is the second channel called? Let me get a link for you. This is the channel I've been dedicating a bunch of time to because I'm kind of desperate for watch hours. That's the Pokemon stuff that I've been doing. But the Let's Play channel is this one here.
Spiders are hungry today. Free our friends before their meals.
That one is the second channel I linked there, is where all my WoW content that's not endgame, like Mythic Plus stuff. That's where all that content goes. I haven't uploaded anything there in a while, but we'll be active again on it soon. I want to do the I want to do a leveling challenge through Dragonflight. Like, now that you can level from 10. So that should be getting started next week once I get back. Do you have a or recommend a Blood DK week or pack? Yeah, I have mine, obviously, in my UI video. But just be aware that like the links to the UI are still all from the beginning of this expansion, or this expansion in general, so I haven't like updated those links yet. I'll be updating them once everything's not changing again in the next expansion. How do you feel about Ellie Shamans currently? No real feelings on them. I don't play them, so I don't know much about it. They seem strong, though. I hear a lot of people keep saying they're strong. Oh, you played DayZ? Oh, on that channel? Not me, no. That channel used to be like a hub. Like we used to have like 20 different people all contributing to that channel. Back in like Kata and Mop. But then it just kind of turned into my own personal channel after a while.
I can spare no hunters for the Kanamatra now. The proto-dragon Granite was nearly in our grasp when Balakar's warriors ambushed us. We must retake our weapons of war. Beware. When Granite's blood soaks the ground, our purposes Beware. 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 Beware.
Can't wait for hero talents. After playing in beta, I feel naked without them. I guess I kind of agree, yeah. It's like a lot different when you don't have them. It's Blood DK. The effects, yeah. Which one is the one that you're most excited for?
Beware. Beware.
Mountain Thane Prot Warrior. Okay, I haven't actually seen any of the warrior ones. I should take a look at them.
Beware. Well done. Keep retaking the weapons. 2 more remain. Beware.
Granite's right up there. Can we just pull him?
Beware.
It's gonna get off. Oh, we stopped it. Somebody actually de-enraged it. How about that? I really need to move this. I don't know how this keeps getting moved.
3, 2, 1. Beware.
What? I know it's stuck on my screen for some reason. There we go.
Beware.
I think we've only seen like 2 survival hunters though as well. Everybody's still playing the other specs, I guess. Kind of weird. I was definitely hoping to see. Everybody was talking about survival before. Definitely hoping to see more, but. The ones you saw had a bug. I don't know that they used it or whatever, but.
Nearly there. See to the final weapon. 3, 2, 1. Beware.
I had Survival Hunter in my Mythic Plus group before, and he pumped. Yeah, that's why they're supposed to be like one of the best DPS specs in the game right now, but we keep playing with Hunters and they're all playing the other specs.
Beware.
That's a one-trick kind of spec, though, I believe. Yeah, I mean, you got to be committed to it because you got to be a melee instead of a range. But it's, you know, I think most like pure DPS will just, they'll play whatever the strongest is. I'd assume.
Destroy and dismantle.
Die! This land is mine! Trade it before primal power!
Ready to fire.
My guess is most of them just simply don't have a weapon for it. Oh, maybe. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that part.
Destroy and dismantle.
I'll play Unholy DK through thick and thin, and playing the whole way.
This land is mine! Trade it before primal power!
Ready to fire.
What is it that makes you like Unholy so much more than Frost? I'm interested in hearing this.
This land
Use bullions for survival hunter weapons? Oh yeah, that's a great point. There's a weapon that they can buy with bullions.
This land is mine! Trade it before primal power!
Breath build just turns me from Frost. Is that still the only way to play or something? There's two. Oh really? Not a great reason to not play it. I've been a sucker for necromancy. Me too. And that's nah, necromancy is not, I mean, Unholy is not that, I feel like. Death Knight has a good flavor for it. I wouldn't really say Unholy does. I don't know, the thing for me about necromancy and why I like it so much is not just the idea of being surrounded by dead minions or something like that, like Unholy kind of is. The reason I like necromancy so much is because there's this like inexorable connection to the death of an enemy now equaling power on your end. That's why I actually like really explored this concept. I made like a Warcraft 3 custom map, and I made like a necromancer hero, and it's like literally like you don't actually get an army. All you can do is just res enemies. So you as the hero need to kill enemies, and then you turn those enemies into minions, and then you use the minions to try to win, you know? And it's like that is like the absolute pinnacle of it for me. Like that, there won't be anything stronger than that. And pretty much like no single player or no multiplayer game would ever allow something like that. So I think that's why it just doesn't scratch that same itch for me.
Their primalist allies have placed totems that protect this raging tempest. Find them and destroy them.
Unfortunately, there's no Spec and WoW for that. Yeah, no, there never would be, obviously.
Truly a blasphemy sight. Continue your work.
It all started with Warcraft 3 for me, though, so that's how I'll always go back to that. Obliterate build is main right now, but Breath always finds a way to creep back in, and I just get flashbacks from Legion where one misstep from a mechanic and you'll do no damage. Yeah. Yeah, that spell is weird. I never liked it. Used to be a spell that all Death Knights had access to back in WoD challenge modes. Being eaten by an undead after losing in PvP will always haunt me. Oh, like they're racial, you mean? Funny. I had an unpopular opinion that Battle Res should be Death Knight only. Definitely a bad idea, though. Well, yeah, I mean that's Druid had the first one, so not gonna just suddenly take Rebirth away. Although honestly, it doesn't really make a lot of sense why Rebirth exists in the first place. So I can see your point. If they were to redesign the game from the ground up, I could see that being the way it was. Where's the mobs at? All the way over there.
The Primalist's power weakens.
Oh, this druid actually has this interrupt? I don't know what's worse, taking it and not using it, or not having it. Wait, what is that? It says he used it. What's going on here? Okay, it just needed to be like refreshed. Or he actually used it. That's good. They didn't like change them or anything, did they? That people have it. I got a chip on in the roof of my mouth. Lunchtime is over. Oh, I hate that. Nah, taking it implies they know they don't kick, so it's better, I guess. What's happening now? What, these mobs hit them no matter where they are? Is that what? I have no idea what these guys are saying. Anybody has an explanation? Let me know. A lot of these buffs, though. He thought he saw you going some other way. Oh, they fucking like flew into the wrong mobs? Is that what you're telling me? That's amazing. Funny game.
One more totem, quickly.
Wait, why the fuck is my... Why is my my AMS green again? That was probably because that guy's talent, maybe. He might have the talent. Oh, Daniel, thanks, man. Really generous. I really appreciate that. Money's been pretty much... I can't even say it's tight anymore. I've basically just been spending all my money on Pokemon cards, but I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot, man. Really appreciate it. Yeah, there's the blue D&D. Just making sure. Wait, delves can do dungeons, raids, and PvP? What? That comment does not make sense. So you have confused me.
Beware. 3, 2, 1.
I'll let that one go, I guess. I'll get it. Delve rewards vault gear as if it were dungeons and raids. Yes, if that's what you mean. Oh, maybe. No idea what that comment is. Makes me think he doesn't know what a delve is.
Hey Metro, just saying hey. DK brother in arms.
I also have arms. Thanks a lot, man. Really appreciate that. $2. Yeah, it makes me think like, does he think delves are like a unit? Sounds like he thinks maybe delves are follower dungeons or something like that. And he thinks you can do follower dungeons, raids, and PvP for some reason. That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Beware.
What are delves then? It's basically like a new dungeon type. It's like small group content that, what did you think they were? It's like small group content that you would do, kind of, it's kind of hard to explain, I guess. I'm not really sure how to explain it to you. It's basically like scenarios, islands in the past.
Beware.
$2, that's 1 and 2/10 fried Oreos. Delves are short scenarios or mini dungeons where you must complete various objects in 2 stages and defeat a boss to get the treasure room. They come in 11 tiers and they will also grant you items in the vault. So yeah, there you go. So they just summarized it. Nice and easy. Would like the Wither training, but would just you and Braun be a good explanation? Yeah, that would actually be a great explanation, but I doubt many people playing now know about that. It's basically the same thing though, yeah. It's actually very similar. Instead of empowering the Wither, you're empowering just a single character, and it's Braun, and then the big thing is like the character that you delve with, it's gonna change season after season for some reason. Not really sure why, but that's what they're doing.
Return our ancestors to their rest before they are forced to fight in Balakar's name.
Where's the birds? Flying over now. Imagine doing a delve with Chromie yapping in your ear. I could see that happening, to be honest. Like, what other characters would be fit? Why am I not getting any healing? What would other characters would be fit for it? Like, I don't even know what other characters would be on the table. Is it only going to be like Harrison Jones type characters, like random characters that don't have anything to do with the expansion, but are like archaeology themed? Johnny Awesome. It'd be cool if you'd be able to choose your guy. Maybe in season 4. I hope to God we don't have Magni as a follower for it. Magni's getting like, yeah, I don't want to spoil it for you guys. He may actually be one, to be honest. Magni's like a whole different character in Orbithin. You should look into that if you haven't already. I'm actually really, I've never been more excited for story in, especially like a leveling zone than I am in War Within. I am not a story guy. I'm not a lore guy. I don't give a fuck normally. Could not give a fuck normally. It's gradually gotten more, I've given more of a fuck gradually over the years, but it's never really gone much higher than like baseline. And now I'm like actually excited. I'm hoping for a good storyline. You're getting a good storyline. This is the best I've ever seen a storyline while leveling. Usually the leveling is like super like, it's like very, very light. And it's like, oh, hey, why don't you just go do a bunch of menial tasks that don't really have anything to do with the overarching plot. And that's like, it's like, yeah. It's not like that at all in the War Within. It's crazy. I mean, it's still kind of like that, but it's definitely way more like all this crazy shit is getting explained while you're questing instead. My friend started playing WoW in general again the other day. She's been sub Dragonflight, just didn't play. She logged in. 9k trader tenders. The free 500 you get amount carries over if you're sub. A month is what you said. So you don't even, so it's just all in the box. That's very interesting. I didn't know that. I thought you would have to actually loot the box, otherwise it would be gone. That's pretty cool. Good stories have the ability to capture your attention even if you're skipping through it, and that's exactly it. That's why I know about it in the first place. I'll just tell you, Hollow Fall. Like, I won't spoil it, but man, that's gonna be the best story in any like, yeah, it's like the most immersive story. It's basically like an endgame zone story-wise, but in a leveling zone. It's crazy. She logged in. I was like, "What's this?" I was like, "Oh, you sure you haven't been playing?" That's funny. Hey Metro, how's it going? Raven, it's going great. How about you? How the hell are you? I just wait until the end of expansion and watch YouTube videos with all the scenarios in order. Well, you won't. Can you do that? Can you play the game and not? Like, that's why I usually don't care about it, because it just kind of gets, like, thrown on top of you. Like, you can't avoid it. And I just don't
Metro,
want
what do
to
you
hear
think
it
is the
at
best
time.
healer
Can
for
you hear
Mythic Plus? Blood Death Knight.
No, thank God. RTX voice is so good. It's crazy. Thanks a lot, man. Billigust tier. That's insanely... That's very generous of you, man. Thank you very much for doing that. Thank you so much for your generosity right now, man. I'm desperate for it, so I'm thanking you a lot for that. The guy next door has like the loudest fucking car on the planet. I don't know how it's even making that much noise, but luckily you can't hear it because of modern technology. Oh, $10 more. Well, that's very, very generous, man. I appreciate you being so generous right now, man. Trying to turn the Pokemon thing into like making money and investment in the future. But yeah, it's kind of just become a habit. Yeah, I agree. Trying to become an obsession. If the 151 set was not like totally unable to be gotten, I probably would have spent all my money just on that and I would have been satisfied. But because I wasn't able to actually get enough packs to satisfy my itch on that, it's kind of spilled over into other shit, and there's just so much other shit that now I'm just kind of like reaching out in every direction that the hobby offers to try to find something that catches me.
I will stomp on your grave.
Metro, did you play with any Frosty case today? I don't remember, honestly. Probably not. That idiot Unholy Death Knight from yesterday that left the Algathar, or left the Not Good earlier again as well. Other than him, I don't remember another Death Knight. Besides this fella.
For Metro's Pokemon habits. But I gotta run now. Tie for the content, bro. Smiley
much, man.
face.
Really appreciate it. Have a good afternoon. Hey, what else? Random yet if Death Knight gets a raid buff, should it be an AoE cheat death like Halls of Infusion? No, that would be way too powerful, right? I think a good buff for Death Knight would be movement speed buff. I think something like that like makes up for their natural weaknesses that everybody might want still. Maybe an attack speed buff or something as well on top of it, but on the other, or that other in Azure Vault who couldn't do, yeah, that's the same guy, yeah. A Leech Aura? Yeah, I don't think a Leech Aura would be a good option. That one would become maybe too powerful too quickly. It would probably be the one that makes the most sense though, so it'd probably be the one that's most likely to happen. Cool, 5% leech would be nice. Does that sound powerful to you though? Like that's what I mean. Like it would have to be really strong for it to be. I don't know. I don't think anybody would care about a 5% leech aura in a raid group. It's not. It's just not enough. So I'd have to. I figured it'd have to be like 20% leech or something like that for it to be worth it. And then that could just get way too overpowered. I don't know. Many knockouts today? Was there? There's not really been that many keys listed, so just kind of just been doing whatever. Does look like we're probably not gonna see 17s listed though, regardless, even though probably a lot of people who have them. Even 5% and 20 man would be kind of bonkers, you think? Maybe. It would be tough to balance, I guess, is my thoughts though, one way or the other. I got survival set up and ready to go. I'm gonna try to get into your next key. Oh, that'd be great. Love to see ya.
Away from him.
Beware.
10% move and attack speed. That seems like the right fit. Like if I was gonna make a buff, that's what I would make for them. Because again, Death Knight has already had Icy Talons in the past, and I think it was a buff for the raid group, right? That was like a thing that. Why do I again not have count? What is happening with count in here? I don't understand like where this count's gone. I guess we're just gonna get like this back or something. I have no idea. Something's changed about count in here, I guess. Would stack too strongly with Sky Fury for melee? That's what you would want. That's what I mean. Like it needs to be something that's unique and powerful. Wait, they don't give count, those mobs? Whatever. We'll just go to the other. Unholy presence? Right, yeah, there you go. They must have changed count in here, right? That's the only thing that I could imagine. Nope. Do you think they will not do the tank nerfs? I think there's a shot they won't, yeah.
Centaur, stomp your hooves, blow your horns, let the rage of Onara guide you.
Wait, what happens now? You used to not even be able to mount up on one of these mounts, but they're all dragon riding mounts now, so I wonder what happens. I think they changed count. I was 2% running the exact same route. Yeah, definitely changed count, it seems like. Nobody's commented on it all week, so I'm surprised.
Greatness awaits. Beware.
He just gets run over by a charge. That's not promising for the boss.
Beware.
Oh, did they just change this mob too? Like he never charges where I expect him to anymore? When does season 4 actually end? It's over. This is season 4. This is post season 4 now, basically. Yeah, alright. It's definitely changed how it worked. It used to be whoever the closest person was would get charged, but now it must just be a random person. They even added a visual to it, I think. It's weird, the mob used to charge whoever was closest, but it's charging randomly. Yeah, that's what's happened to me as well. This dungeon's changed a good amount for some reason. I don't know why they would do that. Stuff like that makes you wonder, like, did they change it on purpose? Like, I don't know how some of this stuff even happens. I think there's probably some like backlog repository of changes that they're thinking about making the whole time, and somehow they just don't get published until the actual pre-patch comes out. Because like, why the fuck did not go defensive change like this? Like, what? Who changed the count in this dungeon? Like, they can't be intended, right? Yeah, especially during pre-patch. You would have changed it in between the expansion, or in between the seasons, if anything, right? You can no longer use Dragonflying in the normal leveling dungeon. Oh, is that... Somebody was talking about that yesterday. Who was that? The guy was here today again. Somebody was talking about that yesterday, and I guess they were extrapolating that thought into Mythic Plus as well, and they were asking me, like, how much harder Mythic Plus was now that you can't Dragon Ride in it, and I was like... Yeah, it was you, Josh, yeah. I was like really confused because I was like, well, you definitely can still Dragon Ride in it. You can't fly anymore because now it's a low level dungeon. Oh, so yet another bug. Or I guess that's not a bug. That's just it's just how it has to work, right? That's interesting. That's really weird. So that dungeon's gonna fucking suck to do now, huh? Is there an NPC that flies you? There are flight paths in the dungeon that you could have taken even back, like in Dragonflight. I wonder if it's a fundamental change in the code that affects that behavior. What I think, like after like doing the private service shit that I've done, I think what might happen is like, basically there's, I think it's called like indices, like numerical associations that are associated with effects. And so like the mob has a mechanic that's spell ID, say 1000, right? Well, a part of the spell ID is the effect that the spell actually does. It's not just like coded into the spell, it's coded into a different database. And I bet the indices, like, you know, it's like OA3 or something like that, for this mechanic targets the nearest player. That index, probably something got added to it with the pre-patch, and it got added to it on the bottom end of it, so it bumped a couple of the the indexed spell effects up. You know what I mean? Like it's now 13. The spell effect is different than it was before. So there's probably a bunch of mechanics that work that way, and now none of them work the same way. They all got changed. Just based on what I know from private server stuff, that's what I would imagine to have happened, but who knows if it's the same way. I know, that was a terrible explanation. It would be so obvious if I can just show it to you, but... Spaghetti code. I mean, this is how, like... Yeah, this is how the private servers work, so I don't know that that's code. That's just like how they designed their game, I think, from the old days. I don't know that there's a way I could show it to you, unfortunately. Oh, somebody bought the Venusaur. I'll miss that card. 65 bucks though, we'll take it. But yeah, it's like basically like... Like basically, okay, hold on. I can show it to you this way. Hold on. Spell template. Yeah, here you go. Okay, so here is the like database for all the spells. Did we only get 28 there? Oh yeah, maybe. So this is like a private server like repack of it basically. So I don't know that Blizzard works the exact same way obviously, but so the spell is like labeled as an ID, and then it has all these parameters that need to be filled in for the spell to work the way it does. And like, you know, here's a dispel parameter, like whether it's a poison, a magic, all this stuff. Here's you know, this is what I was talking about here, these attributes. So let's see if there's any actual description of them in this article. Yeah, here we go. So you see these things are like like I don't know what you call this, bit masks or something like that. They're like numerical representations of binary, and it's like saved per bit. So like the first bit is 0 and it makes nothing happen, I guess, basically. And it's like it shows you here what each bit does. So like if you put bit 200 or whatever this is, it would client automatically selects item from main hand slot as a cast target. So that's for buffing your weapon. Like if you have Wind Fury buff, you know? So if you add this flag to the spell, it'll do this. So this is what I mean. Like I bet somehow something got added and this list changed its actual index. And so now the thing that used to do something, it does something one different. That's the only thing I could think of, but who knows. Anyway, yeah, let's get some more. Oh, we gotta add that to the sheet still. Sounds like a nightmare to fix. If it happened that way, it wouldn't even really be that hard to fix. It's just they don't care. Like if it happened that way, it's because they're not, like, what would you call that? Like the stability of their databases are not their priority. Data validation. Their data validation is not their top priority. It would be impossibly easy to fix if they just cared about their data validation or whatever. That's hexadecimal, represents binary. Yeah, that's it. See, I don't know any of this shit. Like, I literally learned... Like, I didn't learn a single fucking thing about anything related to any of the shit that I'm now into. And all my knowledge has come from learning from other people who are already doing what I want to do with my things. So in this case, I watch like people who actually know how to make this private service shit, and I just watch what they do and I learn from it, and I pick up on phrases and terms and, you know, kind of loose knowledge that they're throwing around. So I, you know, I sound like I probably am like crazy because I'm like saying things that should probably be the basics. Like you should know what hexadecimal is and how that works, but I don't even know what that means. Like I only know enough because somebody told me at one point. That's it. So instead of target closest party member, it changed to target player. Right, like, yeah, that example. I think I already closed that, but yeah, like, you can see the difference. Like, and the thing that's confusing about it all, let's go back to that. The thing that's confusing about it all and the way it works, and obviously anybody who understands, like, how hexadecimal works, You have to have like a calculator for this. Because like, I think, do I even have it bookmarked still? Yeah. No, that's not it. I don't know. I thought I had a bookmark for it. I would show you exactly how complicated this is. But basically, like, these numbers, like, you're not going to just use one. You see? Like, there's going to be thousands of these things that you have to understand. It's not just 0, 4, 2. It's like, and the way you use them, you add the numbers. So if you wanted to use every single one of these, you add all of these numbers together. But do you see this number? This is what, 8 million? Like, it's fucking maddening to look at it. And like, if you talk to people who are like fluently using it, they'll be like, oh yeah, it's just the 642 million one that you're supposed to add. It's like, how the fuck am I supposed to know that? And they're like, well, it's just all the hexes added together. I'm like, what? Like, how am I gonna fucking divide them up into each individual hex? And they're like, you use a hex calculator. I'm like, I don't know any of this shit. It doesn't make any sense. Like, it's really wild. When you did the private server stuff, what language did they code it in? I have no idea. Because, like, basically, the private server stuff is, like, built on top of the code. And then there's the databases that you edit. So I didn't do anything other than editing the databases. But the databases refer to the code. I think it's C++ or whatever that is. But I have no idea. I don't know a thing about it. Not a fucking thing. All I know is what I see and what I've learned from other people, basically. And, yeah, editing the databases is all just basically putting different numerical values in. And for me, when I did it, it was like basically like, okay, on Flash of Light, it works this way, and I want it to now work the same way on this spell. So I just copy the shit from Flash of Light and hope everything that I copied works. And that's it, like, I guess. That was like 95% of my time spending on it. But then I started to get into it more because I'm like, there's no spell that works like I want this to work. So I have to figure out exactly what the flags are that I need to use to get it to work exactly like I want it to. And that's the only reason I know any of this shit. You can teach a monkey to flip switches, but that monkey can't describe which switch to flip. That's a good point, yeah. I'm slowly transferring my knowledge as a software engineer into game design. What you're talking about right now is bit masking. Yeah, that's it, bit masking. And I have no idea what that means or what that refers to, but apparently that's what they're doing. Is that how you would describe that? I don't know. That's the process? I don't know what that is. What are we doing? Oh yeah, AV17, yeah. Are you making your own flavor of WoW? Yeah, I made my own like classic private server just for me a long time ago. I have a couple like leveling challenges on the second channel there that have taken place on it. And then I recently got way more engaged in it. Basically, all of this happened here. I got way more engaged in it because of Season of Discovery. When I saw Season of Discovery's like attempted creativity, I was like, I can do better. So I started making a bunch of shit on my own. But the problem is, like, you can make the database do one thing, but the client won't receive it unless you also edit the client. And I want to use the 1.14 client, not the original 1.12 client, which is what this is all built on. So in order to use the 1.14 client, you need a proxy to translate the data from the 1.12 client into the 1.14 client. And because of that, it won't transfer certain things that aren't like readable, I guess. So basically, to create a new spell for the 1.14 client is not possible, given the 1.12 data. So I basically wasted all this time. But like, the reason I learned about the bit masking thing is because I wanted to try to make it so part of my Season of Discovery changes would be you can change factions. Like, you can do a quest that would allow you to basically become like able to do the questing on any faction. And I found a way to do it, but not a way to permanently do it. I still can't figure it out. But yeah, basically I found a way to be like, you can do horde quests as an alliance. Bit masking is essentially a really compact data format for a bunch of flags. Yeah, that's okay. So it's like, yeah. And each number represents a flag, and there's thousands of them, right? Is that how it works? To describe it as simple as possible, the numbers 1 and 2 are bits of 1 and 10 respectively. So if you add them, you get 11.
Be wary, champions.
Yeah, okay.
My vault is
Thanks for trying, though. I appreciate it.
This is not one of them. These whelplings perceive anyone not of my blood as a threat.
Can we just stop that?
Their gaze passes over. If they see you, all nearby creatures will awaken to purge you from the vault.
EU Alliance? Yeah, well. Oh. Either way, obviously, like, I think I really like, I actually want to get back to it. It's just there's not enough hours in the day for all these different things. Now that I'm trying to make content for 3 channels as well, it's just, all that time's gone. But it's like super fun. I actually had more fun. Like, I made a Pokemon game, Crusader Kings 2 mod, Final Fantasy Tactics ROM hack, Dark Souls, Elden Ring mods. Like a bunch of different games, a bunch of different mods, a bunch of different stuff. The Pokemon fan game was like the most complete one, but I did a lot of stuff like this over the years. The most fun I've had was classic private servers. Without question, the most fun. Because I think I'm the most passionate about it, and that helps. But there's also so much in WoW, right? Like, you can literally edit anything. Now, I don't know how you actually change the physical maps. That's one thing I never figured out. But I know that is possible too. I think you have to make the map and then add it to the game or something like that to do it though. But like, yeah, like any doodads, any objects that aren't part of the physical map, you can add. You can make new quests, you can change spells, you can buff spells, you can buff classes, you can, like, it's just so, like, anything that your mind can think of, it can be done. And yeah, that was a really engaging thing to do.
Beware.
But the problem is the outward, like anything that the client has to store on its end has to be edited in the client too, and that limits what you can change on the server, because if you don't have access to changing the client, then it just doesn't work. Like, one thing I really wanted to do was, there was basically like a set of spells that were added to vanilla that never really got used. It's like a rogue, they're like costumes for a rogue. And like, for example, like you would learn how to turn into a Defias, and then it would change you physically into a Defias, right? So I wanted to then, this is where this all started, because I wanted to make like a Season of Discovery style quest thing where you learn all of these, and then when you change into the Defias, you now unlock Defias specific quests and content. Like, you can go into Dead Mines and talk to Van Cleef instead of kill him, and he will give you a quest kind of thing, you know? Something like that. But I could not figure out how to make the spell change in a way that will allow me to also be friendly permanently while I have the spell on. And I think ultimately the reason I couldn't do it was because the client doesn't allow me to edit spells in that way. But obviously the game does. I just couldn't get it to work. So what I ultimately had to do was I had to make a separate NPC that just appears like he's part of the Defias. Like, I just make him look like a Defias, but in reality he's not the same faction as the other Defias mobs. And then make, oh, that was a bad choice, Faxi. and then make that mob the one that you interact with, which is a little bit less interesting. It's way less interesting, but I wanted it to be like, look, I'm fucking talking to Edwin Van Cleef right now. Like, that'd be so cool.
Beware.
But like, the In Dreams questline is basically the same concept for any character, and so I wanted to take that idea and, you know, morph it into the whole game. Now it can be like, you can be friendly with any faction, because this is something I always wanted in WoW, and I'm kind of shocked they never did it. Like, there's factions and there's rep for factions that don't even really exist. I don't know what the hell they did with this. Wow. Oh, this is currency. But anyway, yeah, they did it too here. But like, look at these factions, right? Like, I always thought you should be able to be hated or friendly with every one of them. Like, literally anything in the game you could be hated with, and anything in the game you could be friendly with. I think that'd be so fucking awesome in an actual MMORPG. Now, I get it, Dragonflight doesn't really offer that kind of gameplay anymore, but Classic certainly does. So if you can become friendly with, like, Trogs or something like that, like, I think that'd be so fucking cool. The problem is the way Blizzard made the factions. I think there's flags for them that make it so you can interact with them. And the ones that are just like regular, or maybe it's just more how they made the NPCs, I think. Basically, like, every NPC that doesn't have like a discernible reputation is just considered a hostile NPC. So you would need to like then go into the actual NPCs and edit them to have unique factions for each type of enemy that like would be defined by the lore, but not by the game. Like, for example, Trogs. Like, basically Trogs and Boar have the same faction template. They both just 2, I think, which is hostile enemy. It's like non-specific, which is meant to look like every enemy that's hostile all has the same. Whereas in reality, like, Trogs are obviously like a humanoid faction that if they built it to have a reputation, it would be a totally different thing. But anyway. What did I miss? Why is the Outlaw doing no damage? I don't know. Nothing. I think we're gonna be able to get both of these, so we'll just try to. Beware. Oh, that's really bad. That's really bad, but I guess it just doesn't matter. What's the healer mad about? Dude, WTF are you doing? I have no idea. Beware. Does he want you to park the boss somewhere? I don't really give a fuck what he wants, to be honest. Anybody who complains about anything I'm doing right now, it's like, okay, now I actually just don't give a fuck about what you're saying. Like, the season's literally over, bro. Just shut the fuck up. Enjoy the ride. I'm gonna, like, learn new strategies when the expansion's coming out in a month. That's a good idea. Me? Yeah, I guess he's feeling self-conscious about his DPS. Let's see what happens here.
Make use of this powerful ley line. While a marvel to behold, I am unsure of what effects it will have on your mortal form. Do be on the lookout for the growth of extra appendages.
gonna fucking die here. These are just not dying anywhere fast enough. I think 2 people like died on the pull here or something. We got double cheat death up still. There goes the first one. Yeah, 100% dying here. I don't think I've ever seen these die this slow. I guess that's in 17 for you. Sometimes in Classic you see 2 mobs attack each other. How is that possible if they're technically part of the same faction? They wouldn't be, yeah, that's what I'm saying. In that case, I don't know that that's handled with faction though, one way or the other. That might be handled with like scripting or something like that, because there's scripts that like, scripts are basically spells that are just temporary. So like you run a script that changes something temporarily, and once the script's done being ran, it's done being changed.
My books of translocation. Since the
Yeah, that would be that would have been a lot different if everybody was alive.
The means of safe travel via these tomes.
Storm Eater activated. Please stay in range. How about you activate your trinket after the pull's gathered? Looks like they finished it though, no problem. I haven't shaved since I got out of the military, but I have a job interview soon. I'm not sure if I should go to a barber. Yeah, I don't know. You have like a very long beard, is that what you're saying? Or how long has it been? Hey Rifle, welcome back, man. Glad to see you again. It's only been a couple months. Oh. Yeah, shave it off, start over. I don't know, I have to like shave a bunch of my facial hair somewhat regularly, probably like at least once a month, otherwise it gets really annoying. About to say that Survival's blasted, then I recognize the name. Not the odds-on favorite that I expected him to be, honestly. Nope. Probably tough going from range to melee, though.
3, 2, 1.
Still don't have Angry Keystones working, so we can't see how many deaths each player has. That is such an incredible feature. I had no idea that that was Angry Keystones. I decided to flip my Resto to Ellie, and the damage is crazy. Oh yeah, yeah. People keep talking about Ellie Shaman. That's good.
beautiful, so powerful. All for me.
Beware. 3, 2, 1. Beware.
There's always one who dies to the skip. Not this time. Oh shit, man. This is feeling like a lot more like 17 is a lot harder than 16, it feels like.
Beware.
I have to actually start caring about what we're doing again. Although, to be fair, a lot of that reason is because it's magic. We're not getting much from the changes.
3, 2, 1.
Yep, a one shot there. 3 million ice cutter. That's pretty wild. Or is that just 2 at once? Because the other one only did 1.6 million. It would show it if it was 2 at once separately, surely, right? Oh, now I don't have the... I don't have the parasol. Is there a second one that I need to get on my board? Oh, okay, well, we're done anyway. What a surprise. For some reason, like, the chat just stops showing after a while. I guess it's always like that. Each parasol is on the same CD. Ah, okay. Wait, was that guy from Dalaran? No. It's Undermine. I don't know. It's so stupid that you can't whisper people. First key I've done in a month. I completely forgot they got rid of the long arms for melee. Oh, really? That's funny. I'm gonna do one more, so you want to try again? Let's get this one added. I felt bad for the rogue. Oh yeah. Was it his key? Or was it the... No, it was the paladin's key, yeah. Rogue maybe just sucks right now? My second death there, I was slept, nothing I can do. Yeah, I saw the harpoon, that was funny. Harpoon through 2 puddles or something. Let's see. 17 didn't go well. That WeCore timer everyone uses for keys shows the number of deaths. Or the thing that like changes the whole UI of it. I hate that. Alright, well, I guess we can try that again. We actually still need the 16 though. That's just the same guy, right? So we'll just do the 16 with him again, maybe. Another invite, no problem. I'm gonna play marks from this one? Oh, okay. No worries, you can play whatever you like. That's the same hunter? Oh yeah, that's weird. It's Faxi, yeah. Okay, last key of the week probably. Do this one and then I'm gonna be done. And then next week we'll be back with Tyrannical. I guess we'll get even more 16s done on Tyrannical. The big one I need to scratch off is fucking Olderman. Hopefully we can upgrade that on 15 or higher next week. Trial definitely feels nice to play, though I'm gonna need more practice for sure. Oh, okay, yeah, it's probably a lot different from ranged, right? Love the knock-up trap, though. Oh, yeah, that's, like, new, right? How do we send this message? eBay messaging is so weird. Oh, it's at the bottom. Feels great to have an AoE stop. Oh, I bet after all those years. Not having one, right? Alright. Last dungeon for the week. How much score did we ultimately end up getting this week? Over 100, right? Way over 100. I'm pretty sure I started the week at 3230 or something like that.
Be wary, champions. My vault is many things, but harmless is not one of them.
Any plans for this channel next week? Yeah, I'll be streaming here. Yep. This is still always gonna be like the priority Should still be able to stream 4 days a week on this channel for, you know, foreseeable future. The only thing right now I'm worried about is launch. Like, I have no idea what the hell I'm going to do for launch. There's going to be, like, basically at least 2 weeks, if not 3 weeks, of nothing that is relevant to this channel's normal content pattern. So, I don't know what it's going to look like. When does it launch? Is that what you're asking? Not for, like, another month, but up until then, I'll just be doing Mythic Plus like always. I thought the expansion... Oh, no, the expansion doesn't come out till August.
Beware.
Long time. Late August. 17th, is that the date? No, it's gotta be later than that.
Beware.
22nd, I think it comes out, right?
The Sundered Flame have been delving into my vault. They do not understand the
We have like a full... We have four weeks of pre-patch. Just kind of long. Okay, so now this guy's Frost.
Beware.
Oh, the grips. Frost cranks right now. Oh, we'd like cranking, I think, right? Cranking's good, right? Frost is in a really good spot right now. It's cool. So, like, yeah, both DPS specs got, like, major improvements in, huh?
My beloved Malagos gifted me with arcane seeds.
They're cracked? Oh, no, that sucks. Wait, no. It's good, right? I can never figure it out. They're cracked in the good way. Oh, okay. So that's a good thing. Or is it still a bad thing? Like, if you have extremely high cholesterol, but the good cholesterol, that's still bad, right? So is it like that? Where being cracked is good, but still not great? Like, it's not ideal either way. Frost is the better of the two DPS specs right now. Oh, that takes a lot for you to admit to, I bet, huh?
Beware.
It's like the word shit, it can go both ways. Yeah, this is the shit, bro. Why is it that bad? I remember this, what the fuck was the word? This is tits, that's right. You ever heard somebody say that? Somebody said that and they meant to use it negatively. And it was like, not really a fight about it, but I was like, okay, you use that negatively, you're just like, what do you... That's not even close to being a negative. Like, what? You're just making shit up now if you're gonna... Like, everybody would say that, like, this is the best thing ever. And then this guy was like, ah, this is tits, man, I hate it. That's like, wait, what? Why would you hate those?
Beware.
Everybody else loves those. Oh, what the hell? Maybe that guy was complaining at me. I don't think we ever got this view. Did they make this fight harder too or something?
3, 2, 1.
Usually you get 6. That time we get 2.
Beware. Beware.
Again, no, I hit 4 still. Just didn't hit the one next to me. It's weird.
Beware.
Okay.
There is no sign of the sundered flame here.
Laymore is dead. That's why Sea Smoke chose Adam. Or Alan? I can never remember which one's which.
The location of my vault was chosen to harness and make use of this powerful lady.
I wouldn't use this close, but let's just use this to extend our bone shield.
I'm unsure of what effects it will have on your mortal form.
Do you like having Bone Storm again? Not normally, no, honestly. I don't really like the spell much at all. But it is very, very powerful, so we like having that. Nice Jack of all trades spell again. I really like any type of spell that does that. Any spell that can be looked at as improving my offense and defense evenly is something I do like. And, you know, this really like triple dips in that way because it's also, you know, the spell does something on its own. And then on top of that, it's also giving us Dancing Rune Weapon, which is just such a versatile, like the most versatile spell in the kit, maybe in all tanks kits. So it's really cool. I'm really satisfied with that. It's gonna get hard. It's gonna be hard to use it well, but I'll get used to it, and then we'll be in really good shape.
You have discovered one of my books of translocation. Since the majority of the vault's caretakers are flightless, I incorporated a means
you
of
switched to
safe
Blood
travel
Elf?
via these tomes.
Beware.
The changes overall feel a little weird to me, but probably just need some time to get used to. Like the changes to Bone Storm, you mean? It's a very different spell, no doubt.
Beware.
Just the spec overall? Oh, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't really say the spec changed much. It's just got a bunch of new powers that really play into its strengths, so. The 23 run of the dungeon were kind of terrifying. Oh, why? Is there somebody screaming at the top of their lungs constantly? What's this? Why am I an owl? Luckily that's alright. Hate having a small character model. Feels very disorienting for me. I love the new changes using Bone Storm and Tombstone, reducing the Dancing Rune Weapon CD. That dynamic feeling feels absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's just cool. I just like how they did a great job with like iterating on Blood's core kit over the last 3 expansions.
Beware.
Before was it the Shadowlands Legendary was the first time that this ever happened? I can't remember how this worked or where we got this for the first time, but before we had this, I never would have even expected this is how they would have handled it. Because if you played in Legion, you'll remember that Dancing Rune Weapon used to be like incredibly powerful, and it was a much shorter CD. But I think like this is a way better way to handle it than the way they handled it in Legion. And obviously way better than the first attempt at handling it, which was the set bonus from Season 3. Shadowlands. That was just degenerate. I know consumption is good now too. The extra button feels odd. Yeah, I don't like, I'm gonna need somebody to explain to me why consumption's good. Because on its own, it does absolutely awful damage. And, they're nerfing it. Maybe it's good like right now, but it's about to be nerfed heavily. But the main reason it's good at all when I tested it before was because it dramatically improves the damage Blood Plague does. And because of the hero talents, this is like hugely beneficial. But without the hero talents, it's not. Like it's, I don't know what it would be used for. In fact, the last time I tested stuff prior to the latest tank changes, I was actually really enjoying using consumption, or what's the other one called, Blood Drinker. It would be really good for a fight like this, where there's like a huge tank breaker that you need to be able to mitigate constantly. Hey Gag, what's up? You're welcome. Boss next. Very annoying sound.
Mine. It is all mine. Take care of them.
2 Death Knights. I'm all for less buttons on blood. Well, yeah. I won't be taking both Consumption and Bone Storm. Well, not right now. Maybe in the future I will once I drop the Legendary. But as of right now, I don't even have, like, I don't even know where I put the button at this point. Well, okay, again, I could put it on the V button. Because that button's open right now, but I'm saving that for the Deathbringer spell. I don't want to develop muscle memory for something, then change it in a few weeks. But yeah, I guess once the Legendary's opened up, then, we can take, we can put it in that slot. I really enjoyed the playstyle in Dragonflight. Yeah, Dragonflight Death Knight was amazing, and I think War Within is going to be just as good and probably better. What? Why did it shoot me over there? I'm leaning towards Resto Shaman and War Within. Oh, yeah. They look cool too, man. Just let this guy do it. Or not. I'll get it. All the shaman specs look promising. Yep. Totemic, man. It's really, really cool. That's what we needed, dude. Shaman needs stuff like that. Paladin could use stuff like that too. Like core fantasy that is like expanding upon their origins. Totemic Shaman is the perfect hero talent for that. I don't think there's another one that's better. Reminds you what Shaman was always all about from the ground up.
Tear this place apart if you have to. I will expose whatever secrets she locked away within these vaults.
Just wish there was like a paladin that was a paladin one that was similar. I think they were gonna do that with like Lightsmith or whatever it's called, but it was way too different than the original. But it was still like a lot of buffing and stuff. I think People don't want that anymore in this game, but that's kind of what they were going for. Riders of the APOC? Oh, that shit's awesome. But yeah, that's a little different than what Death Knight has been historically. It's still fucking wicked, though. That's probably the coolest actual one. Is Cop liking the windwalking changes? Unfortunately, Cop's in the hospital. He's been in the hospital for like a week or maybe like 2 weeks now, and he's not going to be out for. He expects to not. He expects to not be home for the launch. I did make a video on it. No worries. Obviously, I don't expect everybody to know everything that's going on in everybody's life, but yeah, I did make a video on it, trying to get people to raise the, you know, the spirits. I assume he's probably very sad, depressed about it all. If I was not able to play video games for this month coming up, I would be ultra depressed. Hopefully he's wrong and gets out soon. Yeah, I don't know why. Like, I think he's just got experience with it, so he expects it to be bad or something. I don't know. He doesn't really want to talk about what's happening. I don't want to pry. But like realistically, being in the hospital for over a month, it's like I don't know. I don't know anything like that would ever cause that. So I don't know what's going on, but that's his business. We'll just react to it. Did I just use one bone shield on that? From the books, DKs were riders on horseback? Yeah, no doubt. But I just mean from WoW. Like, when I said about Totemic and Paladin, what I meant was, like, if you look back at, like, Classic through, you know, 20 years later, there's always been that totem theme, but it's just kind of gotten watered down over the years. Totemic, like, reestablishes it, you know what I mean? The same thing about Paladins, right? Like, Paladins are all about, like, buffing and, like, augmenting your teammates. And that's been watered down heavily over the years. Unfortunately, the hero talents aren't leaning into that, it seems. So, disappointing on that front.
What is she hiding?
Got it.
Did she send you? Enough.
I like to think Paladins are more than auto-attacking and half AFKing. Yeah, well, I don't mean like the actual gameplay loop. I just mean the actual theme and fantasy of it, you know? Like, if you compare a classic Paladin to a live WoW Paladin, obviously you're not going to notice anything other than the difference in how you spend your globals and the lack of... That's like the only spec that's ever existed in the game where you actually don't use your spells regularly. Like, you just fucking don't use your spells. It's really weird. But what I meant more was, like, the ability to buff each other and the buffs that are coming from the character being extremely important. They tried to do it in Legion, but they gave up pretty quick. Blessing of Might, man. I would love to get that back in the game. That was such a cool idea. And it's really weird, too, because, like, Power Infusion being in the game, it doesn't seem that different from Blessing of Might. Sick move, Metro. Yeah, that was pretty slick. Slick. True. Also remember in Nax we had the 4 horsemen. To be fair, Instructor Vesuvius was an on-foot Death Knight. Well, I just mean gameplay. Like, it's like the actual game that we're playing. It's what I mean when I say gameplay. Like, yeah, Death Knights have never really been about being on a horse, but it's still fucking badass, like I said. The Death Knights have never been about summoning other Death Knights. But still, it's fucking awesome. The 4 horsemen are actually, like, wicked. They're really, really cool characters. And And on top of the fact that they're cool characters, like just generically, they're also cool characters specifically right now, like the 4 horsemen that are there. When I say generically, I mean like any of the 4 horsemen incarnations that have ever existed are a cool concept in like even a non-WoW like canon stuff. But like the 4 horsemen in WoW specifically right now are some of my favorite characters in WoW. Like Nazgrim and what's her name, the Scarlet chick. Like these are awesome characters. Are we gonna have this happen again? Oh, it's gonna happen again, isn't it? Look at this, 0% fly away. Yep, it happened yesterday too. Wow, that's not a problem. We have fucking 16 minutes left. Holy shit. That sucks. 16 minutes?
We are too late.
Why do we have 16 minutes? What the fuck? Okay. Let's hope we one-shot this. Is this gonna be a triple upgrade? I don't know because I don't have Angry Keystones.
3, 2, 1.
Surely 15 minutes left on the timer is a triple upgrade, right? Nazgrim, Whitemane, yeah, Daneth, Trollbane as well. Like, just fucking awesome ass characters, dude, all around. Wicked characters.
3, 2, 1.
This DPS DK isn't gonna DPS. Yeah, could you imagine? This guy doesn't do that.
Beware.
Oh, well, that's what it's supposed to look like. Compare this run to the group yesterday, where we wiped to that crystal not dying fast enough. This has got to be a triple upgrade, surely. 14 minutes left in a timer. Has to be a triple, right? I guess I've never really, like, you never triple upgrade any type of key that I've ever done. Outside of a really low key. Oh, we pushed that so fast, Bloodlust was almost still up. Nazgrim died like a G in Mop. Whitemane got capped in Scarlet Monastery. Morgraine's whole thing was in Wrath. I don't remember Trollbane's story. Oh, it's all in Legion. And this is the coolest part about Chromie Time and shit, dude. You can go back and do all that for leveling characters now. So you can go do all those Legion... Oh, don't die like that. Is it a triple? No, double. What would a triple have to be? That's wild, though. 14 points. We basically were really close to triple upgrading it, I think, right? Missed a triple by 1 minute. Oh my god, that's fucking nuts. Would have had a 19, dude. What the fuck? That's crazy. Damn, well, thanks for coming. Frost is looking crazy. You're beating Faxi. You're doing crazy good.
You did what was needed.
Paladin is just like, thanks for the carry. Another 200k delta. More than that, 240k delta, 230k, 34k delta, 35k delta. That's pretty nuts.
Please, leave me tomorrow.
About to go way to end it for the week. So I am going on a bit of a trip Sunday. I'm coming back Monday though. Hopefully everything goes well. There's always a serious possibility that it doesn't, and I'm back later than I expect to be. But I should be back Tuesday normal time. Like I should be back Monday and then good for Tuesday. But if for some reason we're still not back by Tuesday, like if we're not back Monday, then I'm just not going to be able to stream much at all. I don't know when. what would happen at that point. So, but yeah, if everything goes normal, we'll be back Tuesday with normal, and you won't even know the difference. The only thing is, I now have to try to get 2 videos made in basically tomorrow only. So I don't know that I'm gonna get that time, but I should be able to. So don't forget to dip your fries in a milkshake. Again, no plans on having 5, guys, but next time I do. Pack some milk in case your co-pilot makes you angry. Some milk. What do you then? You throw it at them? What do you do with it? Glad to catch your streams. Thanks, man. Yeah, thanks for everybody sticking around, even though this time of the WoW seems like it's quite quiet. The streams have not had a lot of viewers, but I appreciate everybody who's still around. You'll stink up the car. Oh, that's gross. All right, but yeah, we'll be back. Stay tuned. Some videos coming. I should definitely have at least 1 this weekend, if not 2. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.